time before.
Yeah, that one actually works, I guess.
I didn't change it. Okay, so
Again,
there's
I
that.
thought it was fine
Okay.
before. I don't know what Joe was on about.
I'm blank.
It's raw.
It's just wrong.
Ah, the red banana kingdom.
Banana?
The only food source they have is red bananas.
Well, Logan, that looks like a pepper.
Okay. So here's how this.
Banana pepper.
So let's start session 0. This is. Yeah, this is it. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Anybody new that joins the stream or that watches this on YouTube, youtube.com/StridewardBubsy. Welcome. Just gonna be doing a nice little casual campaign here. A little bit of fun, 5th edition, obviously. Got
A
some
little bit of pain.
got some good stuff planned, and we'll see how long it runs for. We'll see how long these 3 brave adventurers can survive before they get ripped to shreds. Sorry, that was very violent.
Already,
5,
my morale just
4,
went down.
3.
So I'm just gonna put there. So just a couple things, just so everybody realize. This is the party marker. This is the world map. We have our what's it called? We have a bunch of little things on the side. The players are free to use whatever they want. I will be using physical dice for this one, just because I like real physics better than game physics. All the players are free to use whichever one they wish. Again, it's D&D. This isn't like this is the honor system. Nobody's gonna be cheating like an idiot. And I, as the DM,
I rolled a nat 20 4 times in a row.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to ask which dice is which a lot.
that's fine. We have a new player here, Joe. He's never done a campaign before.
Done one.
See, no,
That was a while ago.
no, Joe.
No, that doesn't count.
You haven't done an actual campaign before, 5th edition. So we got one newbie, which is always interesting. I like to watch newbies in D&D. Those of you who don't know, is Bubs awake? That's fine. Is Bubs awake? I don't know. I don't know the
Is
baby
Bubsy gonna roll? He's
No,
gonna roll for
Bubsy's gonna roll. Bubsy's gonna
I
roll.
vote Edward for Tam Master.
Oh, that's...
So just as a few details for the players and those watching, because I like to kind of go over. Bubsy's awake, so when I'm done with this explanation, I will go get him. That's fine. Just a couple little things for you guys, just so you. What the fuck? Who did it? Who is the?
How was
I'm
that?
sorry, I didn't know what was in this chest. I clicked it.
Ryan, don't pull.
Things
No,
happen.
Ryan, the chests are cursed. Don't touch the chests. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
just
Don't beat me, Papa.
Wait, you guys see a chest?
no, it's fine. By your little stations. Everybody has their own little stations for dice and all that.
Oh.
Anyways,
Okay,
so just a couple things I like to go over just before we get started, as sort of like a courtesy to, the players and to those watching now, I guess. This is the first time I've ever streamed a campaign, so bear with me if things are a little janky. I also have music going in the background, which I am hoping is going to be some nice ambience in the background. I'll have got a little playlist set up. Found some nice, what's it called, DMCA free stuff, so I don't get copyrighted every 3 seconds.
You have found my big dice.
Lord. Just a couple quick things. First of all, this is a homebrew campaign. This is completely original, well, quote unquote original work that I have come up with. So this is not a module or anything like that. For the players, just a couple of things I should let you guys know.
Yeah, 15.
There will be. I am limiting the homebrew stuff that I've created for this campaign in the way of spells and creatures and stuff like that. You may see a sprinkling of homebrew creatures in there. Probably not very many, honestly. Last campaign I ran a while ago, I had one, and that was horrifying. So probably not going to do a whole lot with those. So anything I use is actually official D&D content. Even if there's some stuff that I've pulled from some kind of weird places, it is all official. Homebrew items, though, there's going to be quite a number of those that I've kind of come up with for this campaign, because I love homebrew items. I think they're funny. So just be aware of that. Other than that, all the players are starting at level 3. As you can see in the little overlay here, we have It's just kind of a quick introduction here. We have, let's see, who do we got here? We have Godwyn, the Dragonborn Sorcerer. Good luck, Godwyn. You're going to die horribly. We have we have Yosef, the half-elf rogue. Because honestly, just saying Joseph would just cause me to have just an absolute aneurysm. So Yosef. So guess what? Yosef it is. And then we have Thalmek. Then we have, of course, Thalmek the Bugbear. Because I'm not saying your full name out because that's retarded. I'm not going to say Thalmek of the Karen.
Oh, come on, John.
No, not that often. A monk. So we have rogue monk sorcerer. Yeah, anybody here who watches this who's like a veteran D&D player, if you see monk, rogue, and sorcerer, yeah, you know what's about to happen. Any DMs that watch this, yes, you know what's gonna happen. And
We're
yes,
sorry for any pain you're about to endure.
we also have a fourth player who may or may not be joining us off and on, and that's going to be Z Grindelwolf, I believe is how his name is pronounced. He sent me the pronunciation, and I completely forgot. And every time I look at it, I have a stroke. So that's okay. He'll be off and on. He is the Ranger Fighter multi-class. Other than that, I've kind of gone over the rules with a lot of them in the let's call it I guess call it pre-game. You know, got a pre-game for a good old campaign.
Wow.
And other than that, when I get the child up, we will begin. So have a seat. The players can conduct themselves in a manner.
You have been flipped.
Just throw your headset.
Helps to, get rid of those pesky bugs on the wall. You just whip your headset at it.
Nah. I like to take my toad out bad. See if it can catch my headset.
Of course, we have my code.
Alright, I have high animal handling, so the first goat we find, I'm gonna train it to attack people.
The luck of that.
Again?
Then John's gonna strike me down with lightning because
What are you, lawful
Why is the
or
chess
neutral?
piece
I can't
upside down?
remember.
I'm neutral.
Neutral,
But I'm also
I don't remember. What is neutral, Toad?
a fucking bugbear, so I mean. But hold on, let me read the thing. What is it in descriptions?
Okay.
Do the best they can, help others according to their needs. Many celestials, cloud giants, gnomes,
Fist bump? What?
and fucking.
I can't trust you with those dice yet. You're a little young, buddy, for dice.
I want Edward to DM.
Don't worry, he'll DM, I'm sure.
All right, Bubsy, what happened?
Well, shit, we'll change, so.
What do you mean 3 of Cthulhu?
No, you don't understand. Tall, Odin.
Oh god, dude. It's literally Cthulhu with a
Can I have it back?
car for a head.
No, can I have that back, please?
Just holds a giant ball and just throws it at you.
What? Bubs, I need my dice back. Yeah, Bubs, can I have my dice back?
Bubsy becomes a enemy in D&D.
I'd lose immediately. I wouldn't be able to fight it.
His secret weapon is car.
My wife, my wife was like, "Hey, you should make Bubsy the villain." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, that'll be really great." Okay, hey guys, you see the villain? You hear the word ball, and then 3 seconds later, and they're all working for the villain. Congratulations! This is the end of the campaign right there.
It's immediately we form a cult.
Like, thanks a lot, honey. Yeah, no, honey, we can't do that. It's Bubsy. He's too cute.
Bubsy used the special move, car.
Anyways,
Whips a semi-truck.
is that gonna be your D20?
Till he eats it.
Just be careful. Nah, he's not gonna eat it.
And that's when he eats it.
All right.
That's when he
Bubsy just starts formulating his words, and his ultimate attack is car.
All right.
You've been hit by a truck. Yeet.
So here's where you guys are gonna begin. You guys are gonna begin. No. Thank you. Yeah. He rolled the dice. Oh my gosh, he's already rolling the dice. I'm scared. Yeah. Yeah. You want one more? Here. I just don't want you to lose them on me, like you did my guitar picks. Where did I have you guys?
He didn't lose him. He didn't assume them, John. Don't understand.
You want some dice?
You'll find them later.
In one of the type ones.
He turned to Kirby, unhinged his jaw, and started king
No,
like a vacuum.
that's Ryan's superpower.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
What?
I can do what now?
You can unhinge your jaw and just swallow people whole, man.
Well, shit, I haven't noticed. I'm gonna go try.
There's the Bubsy rolling dice.
Ah, my jaw!
Alright, so here's where our story is going to begin today and where the entire campaign is going to start. And by the way, I did say that you guys are probably going to be able to guess pretty quickly on where I got the inspiration from this, but good luck.
We gotta head to Wood River.
Oh yeah, by the way, just for reference for the players and people at home, okay, the names on the board, this is a pre-made board. The names are not indicative of the areas, so just kind of ignore the lines you see on here. Topography is correct, but like the border lines and all those things, yet no, those I just can't remove those, so it's just static image. So, anyways, you three gents. You all live in a small, I guess you could call it like the standard small town in like the middle of a of more like a plains area. It's not even like a forest. It's more plains area. All three of you have kind of grown up together, and you all have kind of decided over the course of your childhoods growing up that all of you would one day eventually go off together and do something. You didn't exactly know what you're gonna do. One day, the three of you were just kind of hanging out, having a cold brewski, just trying to decide like what you're gonna do with your lives, because everybody has to make that decision eventually, and you all kind of came to the general consensus that you all wanted to go on some kind of grand adventure. So you're all just kind of like, well, this is the land of adventure. There's been a lot of great legendary tales, and by darn it, you want to go and make your own. Whatever that is, I have no idea, and I'm sure you all know, I'm sure all of you know generally what you personally want to do. Whether you've shared that with the group or not is your discretion, but for one way or another, you all want to make a legend out of yourself, one way or another. The land you see before you it is a great land. It's huge. All right, this is the world map. There are no other continents or anything else. The entire world has been mapped out.
Is it a circle, by the way?
Yes, yes, it is a globe. So yeah, so this is
all the way to this end. I'll start and this end, and I.
Correct. Yes, this is
What
a
about
globe.
For a cube.
No, it's not a cube. It's not a cube.
I was hoping for it to be flat.
Nope, not this time. Nope, this is a globe.
Off the end of the earth and you die.
Exactly.
Basically, the backstory of this world, as general history would be known, is that at one point, probably within the past, I'd say about 300 years, this land was filled with probably several dozen large kingdoms. Some in alliances, some warred, confederations made, royal marriages, kind of like your standard typical fare that you would see on Earth. There was a diverse amount of populations, and they all kind of, converged in their own national identities, as you do. However, about 150 years ago, something happened. A new up-and-coming empire kind of popped onto the scene and started conquering. And at first it seemed that this was going to be, as most things, new up-and-coming empires, they just kind of, conquer a bit, and eventually people get irritated and just kind of like, coalition and then beat them into the ground. However, when some of the mightiest empires formed that coalition and attempted to stop the this new expansionist empire, they were defeated. Soundly defeated, actually. To the point where at least half of the coalition immediately surrendered, and this new breeding empire kind of expanded without contest after that. The other small kingdoms either swore fealty and became vassals and were later just kind of integrated into the mold, or it was just a swift and violent conquest. And right now, the map borders look like this. The white border that I have kind of cut out, that is the Empire of Old. That is now their borders. They own all of that. And they eventually were going to, begin colonization of the other larger land masses around. The first landmass, of course, they tried to colonize was this down here. And this down here, the Great Isles of the South down here, these were landed upon by, of course, explorers and other people that were hired to go and, cartographers and such like that. And they were told to go down there, map the area out, and see, like, hey, is this a good place for, like, future colonies, Because, again, they eventually hit their borders and were like, well, can we keep expanding? Can we take over everything? And they got down there, and I mean, the history books are a little fuzzy on how many explorers actually went down there, but general estimation would say that about 1,000 different like adventuring groups and people of that nature went down there to scout the land out. And as far as history knows, not a single one of them returned alive. Some of these people that went down there were archmages, never heard from again. Great mighty warriors that had kill counts in the thousands, never returned. Massive groups, I mean, in some cases, platoons of trained soldiers just gone. And all the ships that were sent down there, not a single one was ever found. No wrecks, no nothing. It was as if everything that went down there was just swallowed up by some black abyss, never to be seen again. Small parties went there afterwards, when eventually, after the months went by and no word was heard, people eventually decided to go and, try to explore the island a bit more. A couple people did return, and that's how we know that there is literally no trace of the old parties that went there to try to colonize the place. However, the people that did return, they have some very weird stories of the island. But generally speaking, the general story you get from the islands are that they are, by definition, silent. The only noise you hear is the occasional wind through the trees and the splash of the ocean on the shores. There is no life, other than the plant growth. As they explored around, there were no animals to be seen. No people, no nothing. Structures, not a single one. It's a purely wild island that for some reason has no naturally growing fauna on record. And honestly, that's what made people want to leave. They're like, nope, it is a cursed land, and we are never to go there, and only a fool would dare travel down there, for when you reach there, it is only certain death and black oblivion. So, after that, they eventually, of course, turned westward. Eventually, once naval technology was upgraded and new discoveries were found in seafaring vessels, eventually they were able to cross the larger oceans here with the rougher tides, and they came across these isles right here. This is just called the archipelago. There is no name for them. Explorers landed there and realized that a lot of those islands basically were just volcanic. There really is no greenery there whatsoever. A lot of these islands are basically just barren. A couple of them are fairly large in size, like very, very large, but the effort it would take to establish an actual living colony there was basically so much work that the governing forces just decided, hey, screw that, we'll keep going. And so it's just kind of it's a place. A lot of people in like the like a lot of druids say they kind of hold in kind of like a high regards just because they feel that it is a place very reminiscent of the realm of fire. There are some religions that have kind of religions of the earth and of fire that have kind of maybe made some camps on those islands. So there are people that live there. It's kind of a barren wasteland. Nobody really wants to go there, and as far as people know, there's really not a whole lot there of interest, except for one legend. And the one legend states that, what's it called? Bobs, what are you doing? Bobs! Put your bacon.
Thanks, Bobs. What
Sorry.
are you doing?
No, sorry. One of the legends states there that in the archipelago, there is an island that no map has ever written down that supposedly contains a volcano that has no lava because the volcano itself is actually a portal to the realm of fire. Like a dimensional portal. But nobody's ever been able to confirm or deny that, so it's all speculation. However, this landmass over here eventually was discovered. This landmass over here, this large banana one. And as you can see by the topography, it was actually quite nice. Very similar to the old world over here that was left, and a lot of people, the governing body decided, that this is the next area of quote-unquote conquests. This would be their magnum opus. They would turn this rough and undesirable land into something that was beautiful and great. They were going to dump a lot of effort into it. And the years went on. Colonies were established. Eventually, colonies turned into towns, towns turned into cities, and eventually the population grew and grew and grew. Eventually, this whole area over here was in fact colonized and brought into the Empire. Thereby, for the most part, the entire world was under the Empire. And within the past 50 years, about 50 years ago, so it took about 100 years to colonize the whole thing, effectively colonize it, that is. About 50 years ago, something happened in the government. A great tragedy happened. You see, during at this point it'd be like the 250th year of the reign of the Empire, there was a great plague that struck the land. A black mist blanketed the continent, and a lot of people thought it was the work of, great necromancers for the, black fog that kind of descended on whole cities would leave them in ruin. It would kill crops and livestock, and those poor, poor people that were engulfed in the smoke found themselves covered in what appeared to be boils and sores and rashes. Basically, it's like an airborne version of the bubonic plague that kind of swept across the land. And during this time, there was a lot of upheaval in the government that eventually led to a gentleman who would forever be known as just the Emperor of Mankind to take power. And he's been in power for 50 plus years. And as far as you know, that is how the government is at this point in the campaign. It is in effect, it is a dictatorship led by the Emperor, who is just simply known as the Emperor. He does not have, or his name has kind of been lost to history, whether on purpose or whether by accident. It has been that way. However, within the past couple years, and when I mean couple years, I mean within the past 5 years, the reign of the Emperor has come into question. He's the longest ruling leader of this empire, and a lot of people have become skeptical that him, in his older age, could still hold on to this, to such a vast expanse. Eventually, those thoughts of doubt turned into treason, and this landmass over here quickly broke out into open rebellion in an attempt to establish their own government that they thought would be a lot more effective. Especially since rumors of the Black Mist have again begun to resurface, as they have every couple years, just from general fear and paranoia of everybody dying horribly. So, this is how the campaign has begun. There is a large rebellion over here. This whole landmass has broken off from the Empire. The Empire remains in these borders over here. And I guess you could call it a large civil war has effectively broken out. And so this is the world you start out in. A world where there's definitely a lot of mysteries that can be uncovered, but in general, a world that is trying to find a nice, stable place, trying to find a nice, happy medium, Whether it's back to the old ways of imperial authority, or whether new emergent empires or new emergent kingdoms deserve to exist on the world stage. That's what we're going to find out. Right, Bubs? Yeah. I know, you got your dice. You're so happy. I don't know why you're so happy, but you have your dice now. Anyways. So, you gentlemen, is Joe here? Okay. I was like, all right. So you
Volume
guys,
keeps varying.
yeah, I noticed that. So you guys find yourself in your village. And for lack of creativity on your town's founder, you are in the town of Riverside. There's a nice large river that goes from your town into the main lake down here. Um, and
Hello?
yeah, what's up?
Okay.
You
No,
good?
I don't know. You randomly cut out sometimes. I don't
Oh,
know
good.
why.
Yeah.
It's because of my mic, probably. Anyways,
Probably.
so
Wait, where is your mic, the new one you ordered?
hope it'll be here either today or tomorrow. I'm hoping.
Mm.
So yes, so there you go. That is the backstory of the world. That is all that That's all that general historical knowledge knows. There's a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of specifics that if you actually did study into, there are answers for them. And yeah, so gentlemen, you are currently. You all have kind of met up today, as today has kind of been your agreed upon, synchronize your watches, boys. Today, we're going to take our weapons and we're going to run out to adventure! And so you're all,
Okay.
and so now, because of the three of you, you're all standing there in the center of town, there with your equipment on you, and this is how you begin. This is how you begin.
Hey
Okay.
guys,
Uh-huh.
did we bring any money?
10 gold, if that counts.
Oh, good. This will get us very far.
There we go.
Joe, you
Yeah.
want to give me your 10 toad?
Are you rolling
Why?
dice?
What?
You rolling dice?
No, you just do.
Can I have some?
I don't think he does.
I take you.
I kind of want to have you roll for persuasion. For that one.
He's not very
Give me
persuasive.
real life. Give me the money.
Oh, what? And laid things out.
Alright, I'm gonna turn in a random direction. And I'm gonna start walking.
In a random direction.
Just
I
fuck
feel
it.
like that's a poor decision.
At least.
Well, okay. You want random direction?
I
alright.
feel like we should probably go to a national city instead of just wandering randomly.
We gotta find adventure, Ryan. That's why we're going.
And not find an adventure in a random city.
You know what? How about we just kill all the local bandits?
Right, we're gonna get
Oh,
slaughtered
I like this plan. Why would I want to just go kill random bandits?
because he's a giant bugbear and he can just
For
eat
justice. And
Just
more
what?
rations.
What's that?
Okay. Well,
I personally think we should go to a city or a town.
well, we're
Nice
in a
some
town.
Kind of stuff.
You know, if you would look up, stop staring at the dirt. We're in a town.
What a town?
Meanwhile, Ryan's character. Meanwhile, Godwyn's just staring at the floor, just like, uh huh.
Yeah, this is totally a great town.
This is a great town. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go find some work in this town. I'm
Have
just gonna go to the bar. Like, what are you gonna pay me
How
for?
big is this town, by the way, John?
Logan.
Like general population size. General population size of the town you guys grew up in. Is about maybe 700 people.
As I said, this is a sit town.
Hey Ryan, or whatever the fuck your name is.
Godwyn.
Godwyn, great. Hey, I'm a bugbear and I'm
Hi.
8 feet tall. Do you want to go to a city where they don't know me right off the bat?
Oh yes, sorry. Actually,
You wanted adventure. I feel like you did adventure.
one more thing. One more thing about the backstories. Specifically in regards to your race. Ryan, dragons in society are actually seen as, upstanding citizens. Usually have a higher class. Usually, they usually have a general what's it called? A general air of affluence or regality about them. Half elves are just did the same as humans. There's really not much difference.
So does that mean Ryan's royally stupid?
No, it's just generally speaking, most Dragonborn you find will have an air of properness or regality about them, in general. Logan, your people have actually integrated into society more recently than others. But yeah, people don't see you as oh gosh, monster! It's just more of a you're kind of just unknown. Nobody really knows how to act around you or to you. So, like, normal social cues with bugbears really aren't like an established thing.
Social cues.
So,
Bugbear.
so it's just more of a like, oh, it's a bugbear. Okay, I hope he's good. We good? Okay, I hope so.
Smashes their skull.
And then Logan starts pulling out his ukulele.
But I'm a good person, and I would never do that.
Corny, what's it, Dodd? That's when swords are hiding behind the door.
Anyway, so that's I forgot to mention those couple things. So yeah, go ahead. They just
I'm
don't
gonna go do farm work.
Farm work.
Just go to a farm.
Okay.
Logan,
You're like, hey,
we were off onto an adventure.
I'm a big dude. Probably get a lot of done for you if you pay me. No.
Okay. There are no farms in your starting village. This is not an agricultural town. There's a fishing.
This is more of a fishing town, right?
Actually, I mean, fishing is kind of like a necessity here. It's actually more of a lumber place. There's a forest. Yeah, if you look on the map, there's actually a fort. I can't place it on the exact position of your town. Actually, a joke. You move your hand.
Somebody likes to just.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
hand
joke.
way.
Yeah, no. If you look right here, your town is actually up here where Vigil is marked. It's actually more up here. So you guys are actually neighboring this large forest over here.
Oh.
So it's this forest right here.
I'm gonna go to the closest lumber mill type deal.
Okay, that works.
And
I'm at
chop
a general
fucking
store.
trees down.
Okay, so Ryan has a general store. Logan, you're gonna go to the lumber mill. Joe, what are you doing?
Oh.
As you all.
Okay. Thought we were going on an adventure, but no, usually it's just.
You see, we need to be able to afford adventure.
I need items to be able to cast magic.
Fair.
That guy will be useless if he doesn't have items.
I mean,
So Joe, what would you like to do this fine day?
I'd probably just go around seeing like what work there is.
Okay. Anything in particular that you're looking for, or are you just kind of aimlessly wandering about?
Sewage cleaner.
Is there any is there any fishing spots that could do to actually like get food and stuff?
Plenty. There is quite a fishing industry here. Since we're on a river.
We're on a river.
The river's like no more than 100 yards out of town. Like it's literally right outside. You know, it's not that far away.
Okay, then go fishing, I guess.
Do you have a fishing pole?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, you can go fishing in other ways other than with a fishing pole. I'm just saying, what? Hang on, let me go check your inventory right now because I'm kind of curious. What do you have? Do you have anything for fishing?
You have anything
No.
sharp?
I was like, technically speaking, try knife fishing. You got a dagger, a rapier, short bow. Let's see. What do you got in your equipment right here? Backpack, candle. You got a
Get some rope, you
crowbar.
could go bow fishing.
I mean, he's got a short bow, so I mean.
Well, you see, you need the rope to pull the fish back in. Otherwise,
I mean, yeah,
you
you
get fish in the water.
You could attempt to roll that thing together if you want. Joe?
Oh, actually go to the store to see what they have.
Which
Agree with
store?
Ryan.
Which store? Gotta be a bit more specific. There's several stores in.
Preferably the one for fishing.
Oh, okay. Okay, you want to go to?
Bait trap.
Yeah, you can go to the bait shop. That's fine. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, first off, we'll start with you, Logan, because you should be the most simple. So you travel for maybe like 5 minutes, and eventually come to the nearest sawmill. You see several people just kind of, just doing their daily business, cutting up logs and generally just processing them, making them into boards, that sort of thing. One more thing, just so you guys understand the kind of like time period that we're setting, like the technology level. Steam power coal has been harnessed. Basics of things like airships and like steam powered boats do exist here.
You're saying is on a steampunk society?
Not super steampunk. It's like imagine if this is like a pre-steampunk society. Like it's emerging into a steampunk society.
So they have firearms?
Yes, basic firearms do exist.
Oh fuck.
Those. So yeah, basic firearms do exist. Flintlocks, wheel locks, that sort of thing, have been made and discovered. Cannons exist, that sort of thing.
Very much like the
but
Indians.
but
versus
there's
people that
there's
actually know what they're
there's
doing.
nothing like steampunk machine guns really. I mean, maybe maybe you could find like an emplaced Gatling gun, or at least it wouldn't be too out of the realm of possibility that someone has invented something like that. Um, but in general, that's where the technology is set. So look, when you go to when you go there, you can see like large saw blades cutting down entire trunks of trees using steam power. You see people using like hydraulic presses using steam power to like break down logs and form them and shape them into like nice 2x4s, 4x4s, that sort of thing. So like the houses you're seeing around you are built using like I'd call them like maybe like mid to late 1800s level of technology where they're at least somewhat uniform. There are basic like building standards now. It's not like throw together a bunch of stones and some logs and call it a cabin or whatever. This is more of a it's a budding industrial society. So you're there, so it's a very loud place, a lot of people go, and yeah, so there you go, Logan.
Okay. Gotta look for somebody that looks like they're in charge.
Okay.
Yes, because I mean, I feel like talking to a random ass worker ain't gonna do me nothing.
Okay, so after a small bit of looking around, I have you roll perception, but you can clearly tell there's somebody who's he's got a clipboard in his hand, and as he's sitting there, he's kind of like just scribbling things down, looking over people. You see him occasionally talking to somebody, and then they'll go off and do something. He's some sort of like foreman, manager kind of deal. So you go up to him. I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, man, I just looked along the avenue.
He'll just stare from the entrance of the building.
So
I
what?
saw him and went, yeah, you're too ugly to work for.
So what do you specifically want to ask him?
I want to ask him if there saw any odd work that he would pay me to do for the day, pretty much. Need a person, big, heavy, burly bastard to move shit for you. I don't care what it is.
Okay.
As long as I can make money today.
He gives you kind of a look over, and obviously impressed by your size, and he tells you that for the most part there is it's not a ton of extra work that needs help with, but an extra set of hands hauling in logs from the forest would be appreciated. There's another there's a what's it called? There is a group of trucks that are currently going out there right now. If you want to hop on board with them, you can go out there and help them load some logs onto the trucks. I'll pay you like a gold piece for a day's work.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the truck then.
All right. So you hop in the truck, and the trucks drive off, and the rest of your day will be spent doing menial labor. We'll come back to you in a second. So first off, no, next off, we'll go to Ryan. So Ryan, you head off to the general store in town, and as you walk in, it's a nice establishment. You have the nice wooden shelves all around with different kinds of gear, accessories. There's a clothing section filled with different kinds of shirts, pants, hats, that kind of thing. It kind of looks like a really like a medieval sort, like a mid-century Europe like idea of like a Dick's Sporting Goods, I guess, like an outdoorsy kind of store. There's some areas for like canned goods, which is a crazed new thing that everybody's really excited about. Past 2 years, the canning industry has kind of exploded with being able to like can goods and process them for like long journeys.
So it's Vippy too, where you can set up 10 turd factories. Excellent.
Yes, Ryan. Anyways, there is a small selection of I guess you call it self-defense weapons. Most mundane, nothing magical or anything really here. And then there's of course the shopkeep standing behind the desk, kind of looking through some papers and generally just kind of overseeing the place.
I asked him about sweet oil, I think it's called. He has a powder of that.
Sweet oil?
Yeah. You look at my thing. I need a nightstone and either a bit of honeycomb or a drop of sweet oil, so I want a powder of sweet oil.
Give me a second. I'm just... Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. He And of course, he hears your request, and he kind of he looks through his ledger, and he's like, "Well, I don't exactly have a lot on hand right now, but I do have some. Yes. How much do you need?
Just a small bit.
Small bit. Okay. So he pulls it. He kind of like rummages through his desk a little bit. He stands back up, walks into the back, and then comes out and produces this small little vial, maybe like some rum, maybe like 50 milliliters, and he places it on the desk and goes, "Oh, here you go. Here's some sweet oil. That'll be what's it called? What's it called? That'll be what's the breakdown here? I think it'd be half a silver. I believe it's 10. So yeah,
Half a silver,
yeah, so it'd be 5 copper pieces.
5 copper. Alright, Nope, I'll pay that. Does this do it automatically for me? No, it doesn't, so...
So
Moving the dough, that we move one dough. Yeah, I'll buy it, but,
Okay.
I have to figure out the math, so we move one dough.
is there anything else you want to buy here?
No, I'd like to ask them about where I did not find a, snake's done.
Oh, a snake's tongue.
Yep.
After a little bit of thought, he's like, well, best place I'd go to find a snake's tongue would probably have to be out in the forest. You'd probably just go find one. There's really no place around here that would sell it.
Fair enough.
We don't have really any apothecaries or anything like that.
And it's 5 copper, you said?
Correct. 5 copper for a vial of sweet oil.
Wait from probably 10.
Okay, so Joe, back to you. So you eventually, after maybe about 10 minutes, heading down to the river, you eventually come to a shop that's set up like right on the river. There's a large water wheel on the outside. You can imagine that's probably powering the place. Basic electric lights do exist, so there is that does exist. So you can guess that's probably what's giving the place power. After a little bit, you walk in and you see on the wall you see an assortment of fishing gear. You see display cases everywhere of different types of baits and tackle, things of that nature. And in the back of the store, like it's quite a large store. In the back of the store, you see what appear to be like canoes for sale. Canoes, kayaks, that sort of thing. Mostly carved out of wood. Plastics really don't exist at all at this point, so you're not really going to see you're not really going to see anything like that. But you are going to see a lot of wood things like that. So in general, that's kind of what the store is. You see different nets and other different trinkets around, and then there is a very salty-looking person behind the on the counter, a large beard with the stereotypical fisherman's cap on, and he just kind of gives you a look over, and he's kind of just watching you with sort of a disapproving eye.
Oh. I would go up to him and see what fishing rods there are.
As the words leave your lips, he kind of looks at you and goes, "You ever been fishing before, son?"
No.
You see his eyes just deathly squint at you. Just
Haven't you lived here for like 20-something years?
all right. Look, I got what you need. He
by the way,
reaches over
John,
behind. What?
how much will this weigh?
It's nothing.
Does I have to add it in as a custom
Better
item?
experience.
Just put it to 0. It's negligible. It's a 50 milliliter. But how much does a shot glass weigh? Basically filled with liquid. There you go.
I just wanted to know.
He brings out this very basic looking fishing rod, and he just kind of goes, "Here you go." Places it on the counter. He looks at you and goes, "It's the only tool you'll ever need to catch anything. That'll be 5 gold pieces."
Oh god. That. Oh god. Give me a second to think. Because like in my inventory, I also exactly have strings, so I pretty much would just need to
You think
cut.
you could just slam a string and a stick together?
You could try. You could certainly try.
Um,
Hey, how's
what
it
are
going?
I mean, I know it says it's a basic fishing rod. Just what is it like made out of?
Generally, as you look at the construction,
Steel.
the what's it called? The actual reel itself is made out of probably iron, like some sort of iron composite, maybe, and then just a standard wooden rod. There's nothing too spectacular about it, really. Doing pretty good today, actually. Doing pretty good. Just starting off the campaign, so it's.
Is there like a specific type of string on it?
Fishing string.
I mean, it is fishing line, so I mean
a
it's
basic fishing pole, my dude.
I mean, I don't know where you're getting at with this, but I mean it's
magical fishing string that will allow you to catch any fish with just a
Oh, yeah?
thought. You didn't
What?
imagine the fish, you didn't catch it.
yeah, no, the string is just standard like silken string.
It's a fishing pole. Do you want it or not?
I mean,
I don't know where you're going at with this.
sure, I'll get it, I guess.
Okay, 5 gold pieces then.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and he hands over the rod and just kind of gives you a look over, like a really skeptical look. I mean, he is like trying to like burn through you at this point. And then all of a sudden, after like a moment, he goes, "All right, I can't do this. You really are this stupid." Here, and he hands you back 4 of the gold pieces and goes, "That piece of garbage probably isn't even worth 1 gold, but I need to make a living, so here you go." And he slams it on the table and he tells you to please just leave. Please leave the store. Please leave the store. So you could go ahead and take 4 gold pieces back. And so there you have a basic fishing pole, Joe. Congratulations.
Did it?
You did it, Joe. You got a fishing pole. Now you can go fish in the river.
Got a fishing pole without fucking dying.
Way to make me feel stupid for
You're
basically
welcome.
first time playing, John.
I mean, 5 gold pieces is a lot. And when you specifically when you asked about the fishing pole, I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's okay, Joe. You're new. I gotta show you how to work D&D. Anyways, are you gonna go attempt fishing today or what?
Probably.
Okay. Go on ahead and okay. So you head out right to the river that goes past the gentleman's shack. Logan, go on ahead and give me give me a strength or constitution roll. I'll let you pick either one.
Sure, rank it is. 18.
Okay. With that roll, you spend the day and you haul quite a few more logs than they were expecting. Even from someone of your size, you do a very, very good job. So he actually, as you go back after the day's over to get your pay, he actually tosses an electrum at you as sort of like a tip for here. Thanks for all of your help today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Sends you on your way. Joe, for your day, go ahead and give me a... Okay. Go on ahead and give me a... Let's go with wisdom. Let's go with a wisdom throw. Roll at disadvantage.
I don't know which one I'm rolling.
D20.
So what you're going to want to do is going to want, whenever I ask for any kind of like rolls, 99% of the time it's going to be with a d20. So go ahead, roll 2 d20s, and take the lower number. It's what disadvantages.
Let me get the other one out.
And by that same train of logic, advantage is when you roll with 2 d20s, you take the higher number. And currently the baby is still playing with the dice. He keeps taking them in his room and then bringing them back out. And I'm getting nervous.
The lower one's 7.
Okay, so yeah, you take your fishing pole out to the river, and you cast it in, and then you sit there for a while. And the hours tick by, and you're not exactly sure if anything's biting. You've never really fished before. Occasionally you'll feel a tug, so you'll kind of like pull the rod back, and nothing's on the hook. Like nothing is on the hook, 'cause it's just a hook. And after a while, eventually, after doing this for a while, you go to pack up for the day, and you're like, man, fishing's a lot harder than it makes it look. And as you're packing up your fishing rod, you look up, and the setting sun hits that fishing hook, and it kind of glints in your face, and you look at it and you go, wait a minute. Oh, wait, maybe bait would help next time. Pull's good. I might need something to attract the fish, because a metal hook isn't necessarily...
I wasn't thinking about that until after I went to go fishing.
You bring a
either.
boot.
I was just sitting here like, yeah, man, you don't need.
So-
bait.
Glad nobody was around to actually see you just sit there and cast a random fishing hook
I
into
hope
the
that
water.
guy noticed.
You're just
I
like,
mean,
you know
you
what?
can
It's
say
fine.
no.
And you head on back
You
to
can catch a fish that way, you just have to get really lucky.
I know he rolled a 7, Ryan. I couldn't exactly.
Okay, you did catch fish with it. Just have to
The other
really
one
hit
was
the
a
fish.
20 also.
Good lord. Oh wow, really?
Oh
Yeah.
wow, you
Yeah.
That
would
would have been. I would have
caught
given you.
a fish.
I would have given you a nice trout with that one. Ryan, going ahead and since all you did was go shopping today, is there anything else you want to do today before we
Yeah,
continue
I
on?
want you to try and find a snake, preferably non-venomous.
Hang on, let me look at your character sheet real quick, because this is actually going to be a Godwyn.
Easy.
Okay.
I assume there's no like pet saps or anything like that, or like.
Oh no, this.
That
Yeah,
don't get
Ryan,
killed,
go to
have
the pet
any-
store to get some snake.
Yeah, you buy a snake at the pet store, you
Any
bring,
pet
you bring it home, you rip
saps
its tongue out.
or
Yeah, it's a great
hunting,
idea, Ryan.
it's dependable hunting.
Snake tongue.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
I don't
this.
have great nature, but I'd assume I'd use that to like try and figure out where a snake would be.
So Ryan, you go out into the forest. Going ahead and we'll say you go out there for a
I'd
little
use
while.
my like nature skill, I think, first to like
Well,
think about
that's
where a snake would naturally be.
no, that's what you're gonna do. I was just about to say, hey, give me a nature roll. Give me a nature check.
I don't know whose D20 it is, but it's what I'm on. 10. I think I have +2 in nature.
Yes, you do. Okay.
So 12.
You eventually, you work. You generally have at least a basic understanding of reptiles, and at least be like, okay, you could probably take a pretty good stab at, a snake. You eventually walk around through the forest, and eventually you come across 2 different locations that you would reckon, yeah, a snake might actually be here. There's plenty of snakes common to this region, and equal parts venomous, not venomous. It's not really super. They're not like uncommon or anything like that. So you have 2 spots. You have a large boulder to your west, and then to your east you have a like hollowed out tree trunk. Which one do you go for?
The boulder, I guess.
Okay, I mean you can keep looking if you want. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. All right, yeah, please get
That's
something
fine,
to
I'll
eat.
just go to the boulder.
Okay.
No
So
long
you-
deal. Maybe I'll find a snake. Maybe I won't.
So you go over to the boulder and kind of give me a perception check. Actually, let's see what you find.
10 to 10. And what's my perception?
What is your
Oh,
perception?
not that great. +1, so 11.
After you look around the rock for a little while, as far as you can tell, you don't really see any snakes there.
Unfortunate.
So your next guess is probably the log.
I'm just going to stay along the flat area and wait till sunset does. Would I know like snakes would probably, some breeds of snakes would be more active during the night or dust?
I mean, obviously, yeah. Most people, you could easily wager a guess that hey, maybe some snakes will be more active at night. There are some common
I'm
breeds
just
that are.
going to hang along here then for a bit.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so you sit there for a while. Several hours pass. You kind of observing the rock. As night kind of like dusk begins to fall. Give me one more perception check. Let's see if let's see what you see.
No.
Meanwhile, in the distance, you can hear Joe
Oh.
splash,
I see nothing.
splash. So you're sitting there, and eventually, like dusk turns into like near night. Yeah, at this point, you're probably not going to see anything. Oh, actually, we do have dark vision.
Dark vision? I don't know.
Can't remember.
What are we, dragon?
Dragons?
I think it's only Logan that has that.
I don't think I have dark vision.
He
Nope, he does not.
know.
I was curious. I know some dragon. I think some dragons do, but anyways, or
I
at
don't
least,
think so.
or at least other ways of seeing rather than just vision. Okay, so you eventually. I mean, you could sit there at night.
Nope. That's that.
I-
That in,
Okay.
sit on. Try it then later.
So you all eventually return to your homes. At
Or
this
maybe
point,
I'll find a sap that actually sells it in the next village.
actually, no. Here, I'll say this. Eventually, you all return to the center of town where you left from. We'll say at this point, like the sun has just kind of set. The incandescent bulbs have just turned on the street lamps, and the what there is of a nightlife in your town basically just revolves around the tavern in the center of town. Has kind of begun. So you're just kind of there, and it's probably somewhere around maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. So yeah, you find yourselves all meet back up right there. What would you all like to do?
Hey guys, do we have any food?
I have some lessons.
I have
What'd you guys,
a
what'd
ration.
you guys do today? What'd you guys do today?
I went and spent a day looking for a snake.
Did you find one?
No.
Shocker. Since
Yeah.
you like one, but okay. Joe, Joseph, what did you do?
Baby, stupid.
Ah. Fair.
Joe's just
Fair.
like,
So we're in a house, right? We have a house. Do we live somewhere? Or are we just kind of like here in this village?
well, here is the decision you guys have to make, because you have several options for this. Is technically speaking, you all have your own like family homes that you all grew up in that you all could go to if you wanted to, or you could attempt to, you can camp out in the woods. You could try to find a night at the tavern if you wanted to all like just stay together in a room for whatever reason. You have basically any and all of those options, but you do have your own homes you could go back to since this is where you grew up.
Okay, so it's like what, like 9? Probably,
It's pretty cool, pushing more 9:30, honestly. Oh. Yeah, here you go. You have drink in there
guys,
though.
I got raiding rations tonight.
Do you
y'all
want-
wanna just camp out? Fuck it.
Do you want?
I don't feel like strolling all the way home, so
Okay. All right.
-1 ration. And then, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna attempt
What?
to make a campfire.
Wait, you
Uh,
can.
Don't do that, Loden. Don't be silly. Just put the wood and stuff of the campfire in the area and I'll just set it ablaze.
Where are you guys doing this?
Outside of town.
Okay, I'm like, you guys know you're in the center of town, right?
Yeah,
Nope,
we're gonna be
I-
sleeping like bugs tonight.
I suddenly dragged them out of town when you weren't looking, John. It's okay.
Okay, just so I know, just for reference, outside of town, where did you go? Towards the mountains, the plains, or the forest?
Plains.
Come back
Unfortunate.
victorious. Ah, good, yes. Okay.
So anyway,
Anyway, sorry about that. So, you're all camping in the plains area?
Yep.
Okay. Then, alright, give me a second here. So, you all go out into the area outside of town, you go a ways out, and you find yourself a nice open plain. And yeah, but at this point you'd be pushing like 10 o'clock, so you guys gonna set up camp here?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you gonna do it?
Violently.
well, I have
If
a bed where I can sleep in. So
Okay.
that's where I'm sleeping.
Alright.
I think I do. Let's see.
You may all have a bedroll. I'm not sure what you
I
guys
hope
took.
to God, I
about.
have a bedroll. Yay! I have a bedroll.
And we didn't have somebody gather any wood. We didn't start a fire easily enough.
Here, Joe. You were useless today. Go gather some wood. Because I
No,
spent all day
you might
moving
be
it.
the only one who didn't see the tot.
No, I can't. Actually, oh wait, yeah, that's right. No, Joe, you sit right here next to Ryan and don't move. Because you're gonna get lost.
Oh.
That's the only person that can see at night. I'm gonna go get wood.
Okay.
You know, I don't even have a bedroll. I don't think.
I thought he was a half elf. I
No.
thought they had god vision.
Nope.
Incorrect. He's just as
Really?
blind as you are, Ryan. And
Yeah,
it's
neither
really...
one can see.
What's it called? 4th edition in the Baldur's Gate game had it.
Nope, 5th edition is way different.
How unfortunate.
Alright, so look, you're gonna go off, gather some wood. Alright. We'll just say, for sake of example, you just kind of, you go get some sticks off the ground,
It's
some
like enough
twigs.
for like a campfire.
I was like, you get enough for a basic campfire, and you bring it back, and you plop it down, and, yeah, there you go. You have gathered
Alright,
wood.
I'm gonna light the campfire.
I'll just use palm fire to light it.
What?
The spell.
Well, how big of a radius is that, Ryan? I built a little campfire.
Let's see, what's it say? Create bonfire.
I'm just gonna sleep on the ground.
Uh,
Have a good night.
Bonfire on the tom that you can see within range until the spell ends. The magic bonfire fills a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
5-foot cube. It's not too big. And it only lasts up to a minute, so it will be enough to light the fire.
Okay. Go for it.
I
Light
cast it.
my campfire.
So Ryan, you concentrate your spell, and as the Logan and Joe, as you're standing there, you see Ryan utter some some words under his breath. You see him move his hand a little bit, and then you see this like twinkling energy kind of like coalesce around the twigs, and then in a sudden moment, poof, there goes this nice roaring campfire. Very simple.
Okay, we need to take turns on watch so we don't get stabbed to death while we're sleeping.
Thank you.
Joe
I
can
mean, we're
take the
not that
first
off
shift.
the ground. I don't know how dense it is, but so.
You don't want
Shit,
juice.
Shit happens all the time, man. You never know.
Do you want just
I
some
don't want
water?
stabbed to death.
So, Joe
Hang
can
on.
do the first one.
Tickles his fingers.
I'll do the second one when there
1
might
second.
actually be something.
Edward, what are you doing?
And then, Ryan, you can do the last one.
The one closest to dawn where I might actually be able to see something.
Exactly.
Anyways, so how you guys doing the watch tonight?
It's gonna be Joe first.
'Kay.
And then me, and then Ryan.
Okay, so Joe first, you, and then Ryan. Okay.
I have the mentality of a peanut.
That's fine. If you die, it won't be very important.
Oh.
You can't even fish.
Sorry, I didn't ask to be born.
Where is it? Sorry, I'm just quickly looking up something in the monster manual because, of course, you know, I don't have it. Oh, what's it called? Or am I dumb? I might be really dumb.
Maybe.
Oh, no, there it is.
You can join me, John.
There we go.
You can both sit there with no bait, trying to fish.
No, there she is. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So, sorry, give me the order again one more time.
Joe, me, Ryan.
Joe, you right. Okay. So, Joe, go on ahead. As you're all sitting there, Ryan, Logan, you guys go to bed. Joe, give me a perception check.
D20, I assume.
Yes.
It's always a d20.
D6 for a perception check.
I mean, if you want to roll, if you only want to roll a maximum of 6, then sure, yeah, roll a d6.
You're +5 in my perception check, and it's a 10, so 15.
As far as you can see, it's a nice quiet night. You don't see anything.
And that's when the bud bales attacked.
Actually,
I am
here.
the bug- Oh yeah, that's right. I get up and I smash Joe's head.
Shut up, Raj.
Actually, here.
You're a bud bale, but you're not the bud bale.
Actually, here. Joe, you said a. What did you say? 15?
Yeah.
You don't see anything.
All of your cousins,
Don't say that.
Logan, Tom,
Yay.
and headed.
I've never played this game
I
before.
giggle.
What is it? Oh, this is Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition.
Alright,
Yep.
great. Time passes then, because Joe's
Yep.
not dead.
Time passes.
And now
Eventually.
it's my watch.
Yep, Logan, you're up. Going ahead. Imagination? Yeah, purely imagination.
We have none of.
Going ahead, Logan, give me a perception check. We'll say with advantage. Go on ahead and give me advantage, because you can see at night.
Neat. Okay, that one. And then that one. Okay, 18 plus 2. 20.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Logan?
I like the purple
Ooh.
dice more than the green one. It was a lot nicer to me.
Logan?
Yeah? It wasn't a nat 20, just...
No, I know it wasn't a nat 20.
Okay.
If you're sitting there by the campfire, all right, and the campfire at this point is kind of it's kind of more embers at this point. It's not super. It's like not a ton of light, but because of your enhanced night vision, about maybe we'll say about maybe 50 feet away,
God.
you see what appears to be a person standing there
What the
watching
fuck?
you. However, from your roll, you cannot discern any features. No facial features. And in fact, also, even arms or legs, it's a bit of an oddity, actually. Like you can definitely tell it's humanoid form. It's just arms and legs. They're not super defined as you would imagine someone would be.
What the fuck?
And it's just
What
standing
is
there,
the
middle of the
name
field.
of the train?
Buddy.
I'm gonna slap Ryan to wake him up.
Okay. So you slap Ryan to wake up.
And shake Joe awake.
All right.
Which is terrifying because it's an 8-foot bugbear shaking you
Yeah,
awake.
yeah, so Ryan,
I didn't see if I take any damage from him deciding to, slap
Make
into
me
a
breathe,
train.
damn it.
so Ryan, you're like in this like lull of sleep where you're just like, gonna get to go last during the night. I'm so happy, and then suddenly, whack! You're just suddenly violently awoken by the sound and feel of an 8-foot bugbear's hand just slapping you across the face, and him going, "Wake up!"
I will
There
tell
are-
Constitution to stay asleep.
Sure, Ryan, go on ahead. Roll Constitution to see if you stay asleep.
No, I'm just waking
I
up.
was
Thought
about to
so.
say, I use fucking flurry of blows to wake you up, don't you? Don't do this to me.
I think that would put me in a bit of a forever sleep, though, dude.
It's fine. Hey guys, and I look over and I point at it. Do you see that? What is that?
Logan, Ryan,
There's something staring at us.
give me a perception check from you two to see if you actually see this thing.
I see nothing.
What do you see, Ryan? Or what's your roll?
Nothing. 10. I see nothing.
Okay, Joe, what do you say?
What
What'd you roll, Joe?
Oh, I didn't.
No,
I have
give
to
me
roll again.
give me another perception check to see. Now that he's actually pointing in the direction, let's see if you can actually see this thing.
22.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, Joe definitely sees it.
Oh,
Joe, as you focus in the dim light of the embers of the fire, you see suddenly standing about human heights, maybe about like 5.5 feet tall, is a outline of a person, clearly defined head, but no facial features, and arms and legs. It's just like a solid body going down.
Let's see. So what things do I have prepared to?
And it's just and it is just standing there, motionless.
Ryan, do you have like some sort of light spell, cantrip thing?
Any light? Nope. I didn't cast a bonfire over here and we'll have light over here for a minute.
I wonder. Hey, John.
Yeah.
If I use my arrow and then make Ryan light it, can I make a fire arrow to like illuminate it at a range?
No, you would need you need to especially have fire arrows, because the moment if you just set the tip of your arrow
I
on fire and
didn't
launched it,
make them later. I think it's like a first level spell or something, a fire arrow spell.
I mean, you could just buy like the materials to make an actual fire arrow. It's just if you set the tip of like a normal arrow on fire, the moment you fire the arrow out of the bow, the fire will just extinguish. Like you need like a you need something to burn even under like high winds. As you guys are talking amongst yourselves, like trying to like figure out like what the heck this thing is, all of a sudden you see it almost melt into the ground and disappear.
Remember having this much to drink. I'm going back to bed.
Right. I'm not going back to bed now.
Oh wait, no, I don't even see it, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, no,
The
right.
problem-
All Ryan knows is that you two suddenly look really, really nervous. Like all of a sudden, like, uh-oh.
Hey Ryan,
Okay.
it melted into the ground.
Uh-huh.
It looks like a giant slug monster.
How much do you have to drink, buddy?
I haven't drank at all I did was work all day, unlike you schmucks.
Ryan,
I feel
pass
like
over
you
the
might be,
drink,
having
please.
some delirium.
Alright, well Ryan, if it eats you on your watch, let me know.
Oh, don't worry, I'll let you know.
Hang on a second. Let me just do something real quick right here, because I should have done this before, but I'm dumb and I
do
forgot
the
about it.
ingenious thing of, you know
Well-
what, if you ignore it, maybe it'll go away.
No, while you guys are doing this, real
Again,
quick,
I didn't
just
see
kinda-
it. It's not my problem. I'm gonna pretend to be a 2-year-old, and if I just look away and it can't see, I can't see it, it can't see me.
Brilliant idea.
Logan, I think we should have more than one person on watch tonight.
Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be
Let
fine.
me go ahead and load my. Crap, where was it? Okay. You know what? Can I just like load in a? Oh yeah, I can just load it in from here. Okay. So I'm just going to use this for a sake of. There we go. Just as a sake of example. And by sake of example, I mean I should have done this sooner before this even happened. So here we'll do Logan as the queen. We'll do I'll do Joe as the knight, and then we'll do Ryan as the bishop.
Huh.
Okay. Feel free to name your pieces. I'll just kind of keep this thing right here.
Wait, we can name our pieces? How do we do that?
Right click here. So I'll say, so this is, what's your character's name? I want to be better about actually referring to characters' names as characters' names.
I got it.
So we have Godwyn. We have, what was your slogan? I can't remember. Thalmek, thank you. Nope. Thalmek. I think I spelled that right. Yep.
Jimmy the Jim.
Yosef, and then, no, not Jimmy the Jim.
Jimmy the Jim.
Alright, Godwyn. There we go. Alright. So you three are going to be around. We'll say the campfire is. So you guys are going to be right around here. You guys are sleeping around.
Is this actually on the board or is it hovering above?
Yeah, it might be.
on it.
No, it should be on it. So you guys are back here.
Is a bit ahead.
So each one of these squares is going to be 5 feet. So just as a reference, I might need to get a bigger board. But for right now, these smaller encounters should be fine.
Going to battle.
We are?
We're generally to set ourselves off
Oh,
in
no.
this.
I don't know. He's getting the battle stage set. So I'm thinking that we are.
Components really quick. All right, we'll say this red square represents the campfire. There we go. So there you all are around the campfire within these 5 foot squares.
If we kill it, I hope it has a snake's tongue.
Right, I don't think they'll have a snake's tongue.
I don't know.
Uh,
It didn't have arms and stuff. Maybe it's a snake.
Ryan, I got
It's a snake man.
Ryan question. It probably won't matter. What's your passive perception, Ryan?
Passive perception.
Yep, give me your passive perception. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Perception, passive, 11.
11. Okay, yep, that ain't gonna make a difference. Give me 1 second. Bubs has, of course, ended his video. Here, Bubs.
Let's get down to business.
There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna throw Joe at it first.
Alright. Ryan, go on ahead and give me a... How does this work exactly? Make sure I'm doing this right so I don't, accidentally... Okay. So you're not going to see this coming. And I believe... Let's change the audio just a little bit to something a bit more different.
Let's get down to
I swear to God, if you sing that one more time.
So I'm going to roll a d4 here.
Wimboe.
Oh, Wimboe, oh, Wimboe, Wimboe, oh, Wimboe.
I'm leaving you both for
I'm
dead.
sorry, please don't beat me, Papa.
I'm gonna let it eat you. I'm the only one that can see.
Look, Loden, it's better than let's get down to business for the 5th time.
True,
Alright, so here's how this works. Ryan, as you're standing there, all of a sudden, Joe and Logan, you're going to see this happening, and then we're going to roll initiative. Ryan, as you're standing there, suddenly, Logan and Joe, this figure, almost from the ground, kind of grows behind Ryan to about Ryan's height. And suddenly, the shadowy figure, at this point, now that it's so close to the dim fire, you can tell this creature, whatever it is, has the shape of a man. No arms, no legs, but you can clearly see the head. And there are no facial features, and the entire body is black. Like it is as if it does not have a real form to it. You can just kind of see the outline of it. And all of a sudden, Ryan is suddenly engulfed by, or the creature attempts to engulf Ryan in itself. Ryan does a That probably doesn't hit.
Probably.
Let's see. Does a 12 hit?
What is that? My
AC.
armor class?
Yeah, what's your AC?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't
I have
hit?
armor class of 15.
All right. So Ryan, as this creature built, all of a sudden Logan and Joe are standing there staring at this horrific image behind you. They're like, Ryan, behind you, Ryan.
All the way, Ryan.
Ryan, as you turn back to look behind you, you suddenly see standing like within like a foot of you this dark black shadowy figure who attempts to just reach forward and grab you. You jump forward out of the way, and now we're gonna roll initiative.
Is there a
I have a
thing you
plus.
add to initiative? I can't remember.
Yeah, your
my
initiative bump.
is +2, and I got 11, so
Oh yeah,
13.
that's right. It just says that. Okay.
Go on ahead.
So
Initiative plus 2.
17.
Let me get out my little.
16, 17, 18.
I don't have my phone on me. I was gonna use that
Okay,
for.
try hard.
So 18, 17, and 13.
Yes, try hard at rolling tie. 'Cause I have practiced so much. You taught me, Logan.
I had a +3 for initiative. I really thought I was gonna be first.
I really remember. Yeah, exactly.
Plus
All right.
2.
So Logan, what was yours?
17.
17. Joe.
Ryan's was 18. And then,
13.
13 for Joe. Ryan was 18.
yeah.
18. Okay. All right. And then the creature rolls a. What does the creature roll? Creature rolls a. Oh wow. 19 plus 2. So it's 21. So the creature's 21. So it's 21, 18, 17, 13. All right. So the 18 goes to Ryan. Joe gets a 13. And Logan goes 17. And just for future reference, just to make it easier on myself, for all combat encounters in this campaign, I'm just going to be rolling once for all the enemies together, unless it's a boss fight, in which case I will divvy it up a bit more between like the boss and the minions, so just so you're all aware. At this moment, the creature standing before you is going to make a. He's gonna make an attempt against. Yeah, it's gonna be Joe. Yeah, he rolled 21.
He beat us all.
Wow.
I rolled a 19 plus 2. That equals 21. It has a plus 2 to its
I'm
dex.
impressed.
Oh my
I-
god.
It only wants dead.
So it's gonna move over here and it's gonna lunge at Joe.
Well,
Does a yeah, never mind. That's gonna hit. That's gonna be a 23 to hit. So let's see.
holy crap.
You are gonna take.
I have an armor class of 13.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rolled
I
23. You're done. So
Oh my god.
okay, so you're gonna take 10 points of necrotic damage as the creature envelops you in its darkness. Your vision begins to go black as all of a sudden the creature basically just like kind of envelops Joe in itself. And then Joe.
Hello, I'm
do
only at 5 hit points.
Yep. Oh, crap. Where the heck is the friggin'?
Okay.
Wait, where are my dice at?
Well,
I
I
don't.
go.
Oh wow, I'm dumb. Sorry, I always forget to get D4.
Pretty much have one option. If it doesn't save you, Joe, you're just dead.
Oh. Yay, I love being dead as soon as the game actually starts.
Mhm.
You're not gonna die, Joe. I mean, if you did die, that'd be kind of funny, honestly. First,
I
though.
expect it.
It was
Okay.
like Tristan dead dies in the first combat.
All right,
Hey,
Joe.
bullshit.
Joe, mark down that your strength score has been reduced by 1, as the creature begins to suck the life force out of Joe.
Huh.
Like it physically lowers your strength by 1.
Oh, it's
go
at
on ahead.
11.
All right, Ryan, go on ahead. Give me your attack now, or give me your
How
move.
many actions do you take a turn?
One.
Uh,
And then a bonus.
Action a
yeah.
turn? Alright. I'd like to test the Stortzen Way.
is that fire damage, by the way? Or is that radiant damage?
Pretty sure that's radiant.
Where does it say the damage? Nope, fire damage.
Fire damage. Okay.
Oh.
Go on ahead, Ryan. Scorching ray. Is that a you got to roll for that?
Wait,
to hit, right?
3 ways to fire and hold them at targets within range. You can hold them at one target or several.
All right.
So,
Do me a
I'll go
favor.
all three from at him.
All right. Do me a favor, Ryan. Roll all 3 attacks at once, and then just whichever ones hit, roll damage all at once. So roll 3 attacks.
And that- Sorry.
Make sure to add your modifier.
Yep.
Highly illegal.
+5. 7 + 5 is
12,
12.
then the other one's a 10.
15.
So wait, hang on. You rolled a 12 and then 2 15s.
Not 2 15s. The other two are 5, so 10s.
Oh, all 3 miss. Ryan, you reach back, you see it all around Joe, and you're kind of like, I don't want to hit Joe because that'll kill him. So you fire off these 3 blasts. The entire field around you ignites with light for a brief second, scaring away any like animals that are around and revealing that this thing is definitely alone, whatever it is, because you would definitely see if there was any more. As the blaze kind of skirt right past
What?
Joe,
Can I
not
have a
hitting it.
bonus action use any like knowledge stuff to try and like identify what this is, by the way?
Okay.
And investigation stuff like that would be an action, not a bonus action.
That would be an action, not a bonus action.
Go on. Actually, no, you could do. You can't really. Go on ahead and give me a. So it would probably under Arcana. Give me an Arcana check to see if you just know about this from.
Arcana
Should be able
check.
to live here and fight the war between the dishes and the pans.
I only ordered 2. Man, these dice are not. being
A
kind
2.
to me.
It's
Well,
it's.
+4, so it would be a 6. But no, I wouldn't.
As far as you know, this thing could be the Demon Prince Armageddon, for all you know. Anyways, Logan, you're up next.
Can you give me admin privileges so I can delete all these horde dice that do not like me?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll promote all of you so you can just delete it.
Okay. Well, why did the chat thing open again? Go away. Shoo. Anyway. Okay. Well, I don't even have to move because it's in range. So I'm gonna stab it with my spear.
What's your range on your spear?
It's 10, but I get +5 because I'm long-limbed.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay. No, it is in range. Awesome. Go ahead.
And let's see here. What the fuck do I gotta roll? I gotta roll a fucking. The hit die is always a d20, right?
Correct. Yeah.
15.
I love this background music. This is.
20.
Oh yeah, that hits. Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. Wait. Oh, is that? Does this do more damage when it's thrown or something? Oh. Okay. Anyway. D6. Where the fuck is that? There it is.
You're actually playing with Joe. Oh yeah.
6.
6 damage. Okay.
Yep.
Give me a second.
And then
Yep. Go.
my bonus action. Gonna use a key point.
Yep.
I'm gonna do flurry of blows.
Do you have to be unarmed? Do you have to be unarmed for that?
The spear's only one-handed. I have the extra arm. I don't actually have to be like. I think I
Really?
have to be unarmed.
No, just double check that real quick. Unarmed strike, flurry of blows. Train allows you to key point. You can spend those points various key attacks. Immediately after you take the attack action on your turn, you spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strike. Okay, yeah, as long as one, yeah, it is one-handed. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I believe, right? That is one-handed, right?
Alright, so I'm gonna roll for these both at once, cause fuck that.
Actually, where does it say if it's one-handed or not? That's weird. Why is it not telling me if it's one-handed or not?
13, 14.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
An 18,
18 to hit?
and yeah,
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, absolutely.
and 16. Yeah, 16.
Both hit? Yep, absolutely. Go ahead.
Wait,
Roll for
Logan,
damage.
isn't there a thing that you have that you can like check out what it is?
Check what out? Fuck you talking about? Anyway, 1.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh, okay. I got you.
And another attack. Great,
Go
I
back
did a
with the
total of
holy water.
8.
8 damage? Okay. Okay. So, Logan, you see it surrounding Joe, and you hit it with your spear, and as your spear hits it, normally when you hit something like
Oh, wait,
physical,
I'm sorry. I forgot something.
You're good.
I'm gonna use the open hand technique because I use flurry of blows,
Okay.
so I can impose an effect. He has to make a dex saving throw because I want him to fall prone. He has to beat a 12.
Ooh, can this thing actually be knocked prone? I don't think it can be knocked prone, actually. Yeah, no, it cannot be knocked prone. Yeah, condition immunity's prone. You cannot knock it prone.
Can I push it up to 15 feet? Can I do that?
I believe so. Yes, I
Okay,
will allow
It
it.
needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Plot twist, it has to beat a 12.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it fails.
Probably
No,
will.
it fails. It
Oh,
fails.
holy shit.
It has a -2 to strength. All right, so you said
Oh,
it's
nice.
knocked 15
What'd
feet
you
away.
roll?
Yep.
I rolled an 11. It has -2 to strength. Okay, so 15 feet away. So 5, 10, 15. We'll say that's about 15 feet right there.
Wait, wouldn't that mean it carries me with it?
No, you're not grappled by it. It just kind of it's amorphous. It doesn't really have a necessarily form to it.
It's just on you.
Yeah, it just kind of was attacking you first.
And then I beat the shit out of it, so now it's over there.
Yeah, okay, that's it. But Logan, one thing you do note that as you hit it with your attacks, you notice that like normally when you hit something like physical, like you can really feel the damage you're causing as like a spear like enters someone's body or your fist impacts someone. You can feel like their muscles and their bones as you hit it. This thing you don't feel those. You don't feel that same kind of resistance. Like the resistance is there. Like you're definitely hitting it, but you're definitely not doing as much damage as you think you are.
This doesn't surprise me at all.
So let's say this thing. So what this thing is gonna do is it's going to
Alright,
actually.
kids. It's the only people that can fight non-physical fucking organisms.
Okay, so it's back to it.
Kill it.
It's actually gonna go through
What
Joe,
did Joe do?
and it's going to attack you, Logan. Oh wait, no, that's right. Joe, it hasn't
I
gone
was
yet.
about
Has
to
it?
say,
Oh, that's right. Joe, go ahead. No, I forgot.
Joe, you already can't interact.
What can I do? I'm pretty much stuck here, John.
What do you mean?
Can shoot an arrow at it.
I was like, you have a short
Yeah,
bow.
yeah,
You can rush it and
That's fine,
step.
I'll aim for a headshot.
Is it prone, by the way, or no?
It cannot be knocked prone.
It did not.
Correct.
I just shoved it.
Yeah, so he just pushed it
I'll
back.
try and shoot an arrow at its head.
Which I'm not sure if he can even do that, but under its immunities, I don't see anything about being moved. It says it can't be restrained, but I don't exactly.
And I'm not really restraining it. I
It's
just
fine.
shoved it.
Again, again, this isn't super
Take a
serious.
big
I'm
cube
just-
of Jello and then
be able to
throw
be
it.
restrained by some things.
No, it's amorphous.
We locked it in
Good
a
job.
bloody, case.
Never mind.
Nope.
Never mind.
But anyway, Joe.
Anyways,
you
yeah,
attack
Joe.
it so we don't
Yeah,
die.
Joe, go ahead.
A 14.
A 14?
Mhm.
Let me double check that.
There's no
shit.
modifier
The head?
because of the -1.
Wait, because of the
It's
-1.
a hit or what?
Yeah. With the...
What are you firing?
How the fuck do you
Yeah,
have
it's
a
a hit.
-1?
It's a arrow.
Yeah, how do
the
you have a-
-1 was from when John told me earlier.
No, from strength. No, your
Yeah.
strength skill. Your strength should be 1 less than it was.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
less,
it's
not -1.
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
No, not strength modifier. Your actual strength score.
Oh.
But that's okay. After a long rest, you get it back, I think. However, okay, so you fired a short bow. You have +4 to hit. So what did you roll?
14.
Okay, 14. You rolled an 18. Either one would have hit. So you hit, Joe. Go ahead and roll for damage. Which is
diamond-looking one,
what
right?
1d6 plus 2. So no, the cube-looking one plus 2. So you roll it, and then you add 2 to it.
You can do this.
Go for it. You
Oh,
get it
it
post
says
the
8.
word. 8? Okay.
Which, holy shit, it's pretty high for a D6.
That's as high as you can get with
It's-
these
yeah.
I don't think that's literally.
So you rolled 8?
Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure I'm counting right. Okay. So yeah, you hit it, and then now at the top of the turn order, it's gonna straight go through Joe, around back of him, and then it's gonna attack Logan. Since it's very irritated that you pushed it. So let's see. Can I? What is that? 11? I think.
Huh?
Hang on. Let me make sure. Yes, correct. That is an 11. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Okay, so no, it misses. Alright, top of the turn order. Go ahead, Ryan, you're up.
Right, I'm going to do the same thing I did and shoot 3 waves of stuff at it.
Okay, go ahead.
That's not my roll, by the way.
I'm not paying attention to rolls. I'm just paying attention to what you tell me.
That doesn't hit. That's a 4, so that doesn't hit. 16 plus 5 will hit, though.
That'll definitely hit. Yep. So go ahead and roll for damage.
And it's
21.
2d6, I believe.
Most likely.
7.
7 damage. Okay. All right, still up. Still going, but it's looking a bit rough. Its form isn't as solid as it once was. It's definitely becoming a little more transparent as you guys continue to just whack this thing to death. Logan, you're up next.
Okay. Alright, hold on, wait. Can I do 2 attacks with a... Take a light melee weapon. Spear is a light melee weapon, right?
Don't imply that.
I'm
Joe,
gonna
nobody's
go
implying
grab
that you're
some
gonna
food.
die.
I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh, Ryan.
John, have you read chat?
No, I've been reading it the entire time. I've been enjoying it. I agree. You're gonna die,
Alright.
Joe. Yeah.
I'm gonna just stab it with my spear. Again.
Okay.
So that's a fun thing to do.
Logan.
14, 15, 16, 18. What
Yeah.
a shock that hits. Wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
No doubt.
Okay, where the fuck's my d6? Here it is. 6, 8, 9. 9.
Wait, do I have
9.
any special skills?
Yes, I am.
And then my
Wait, hold on a second. Okay.
bonus action, I'm pretty sure I can just punch him anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Or wait. Yeah, with a monk weapon. That's technically a monk weapon, so... Okay, so I'm gonna punch it in the face, too.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's trust the purple one. It hasn't let me down yet. No, it just let me down. 8.
Miss.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so you stab it and you punch it once. All right, it's still kicking barely, but it's still kicking. All right,
Love me some
Joe.
amorphous blobs.
Joe, you're up.
Since it's right next to me,
Yep.
I will. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. You're good. No rush. It's okay. Again, relax campaign. Everything's fine. You guys are great. You
I
guys
will take out my rapier and attack it.
make an attack with your rapier then.
Preferably stab it instead of slashing.
I still add the whatever to it, right? For attack.
What did you roll, Joe?
A 10.
Okay, you rolled a 10. And then you'll see hit/DC next to your rapier +4 on your character sheet. You add that to any attack you make with that weapon. So you rolled a 10, you got a 14.
So it's a 14.
Then that hits. Go on ahead and roll for damage.
It's a D8, so it's the diamond-looking one.
Whichever one has 8 sides.
Start counting.
It's like, start counting, Joe.
That or just click the button on the site if it's
3
that
plus 2,
complicated.
it's 5.
All right, Joe, go on. Oh, hey, guess what, Joe? It's your lucky day. Go on ahead. Tell me how you want to kill this thing. Joe.
Can I do a flurry of basically pokes with it?
Okay, absolutely.
Pokes
so-
the shit out
So,
of it.
so Joe, you're there after this thing having drained some of the life out of you. You pull your rapier out and you just start screaming. And it's just as you see this thing slowly begin to dissipate and kind of turn into this dark energy as it kind of moves and dissipates away. You just start stabbing the ground, and then
Joe, it's dead.
eventually you calm
Joe,
down
it's
because
It's dead.
it's very dead.
Congrats, you're not completely useless.
Happy day.
All right, so go on ahead, guys. Take your player pieces back to your areas, just so I'll get rid of this campfire right here because and I'll take this
This is
board.
my corner.
Hey, board, can you get off the?
I know, I just didn't want to look at the fucking thing upside
Oh, there we
down.
go.
Here, I'll put myself over there.
Perfect. All right. Let me turn the music back to something a bit more cheerful. I like this audio stuff. This is actually really nice.
Okay,
Let's go to the lush.
I'm gonna take a long rest now, please.
Yeah, I think I will too.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Did my,
Considering I'm
flat-
only at 5 hit points.
Yeah, so go on ahead.
Oh, good.
We'll say Ryan's watch goes without another interruption. It was just the one
Did
creature that.
For sleep and stuff, is that count as a long rest or no?
Yeah, you got through the whole night. You'll make up the extra time as you sleep in, maybe a little bit after having survived sleeping in the middle of the field. Okay, so after that, Joe, go on ahead and you can use. Well, I mean, you took a long rest, so you can just regain your HP back. So you're good. Everybody can full health, restore key points and spell slots. Don't forget. Actually, Ryan, yeah, you should because the Scorching Ray is a first level.
I
And
just got the what's it called? Date long rest absent.
Yeah, that's what I just usually fixes it.
it's usually what it is. I'm just saying, make sure you take a long rest. All right, you guys wake up, bright new morning after having survived a brush with what you could only assume is maybe death. And yeah, you're in the middle of a field. The fire has, of course, gone out, so it's just kind of this pile of ashes in the middle of your camp. And a new day has approached. Day number 2. 2. Joe almost died horribly last night. Day number 2. And there you go, guys.
All right.
So you guys are,
All right, guys.
you guys are about maybe a few hundred yards outside of town, not super far away.
All right, Ryan. That one doesn't have a bed because he's dumb. We could probably use a cart, like a horse and a little wagon, if we're gonna be traveling about, trying to get shit done.
Very expensive.
I'm just sitting at a tree.
I mean, everybody and everything in this world's retardedly expensive anyway, so fuck it, we might as well pretend we're gonna buy it.
Hijack it.
So we could head to a larger town if you want, Ryan, or I'll just keep working the lumber place here because I make.
I'm fine with going towards a larger town.
Can I go buy bait first?
We'll just generally
No.
going anywhere. I mean, you could always just stay in the door for worms.
But dirty his little half-elf hands? I don't think that's possible.
Oof.
Okay. Well, they figure their lives out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go just start spearfishing.
Spearfishing, okay.
John?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the beach.
Okay.
But then,
Go back to the base shop.
unfortunately, just head towards any town or city.
So Ryan, what are you doing?
Oh, then I'm currently eating, so I don't have anything I really want to do.
I mean, I've been pretty much just
And I'm
spearfishing until
sorry,
I
I'm
get back with the
eating
bait. And I'm probably gonna get screamed at to eat soon too, so that's gonna be fun. But
No, nothing's going on
Yeah.
right now.
pretty much I'm just gonna assume Ryan's sitting there, literally staring at me.
No,
with
he-
a spearfish.
Wait, Ryan. Well,
I'm joining you. I'm just going to hang out.
okay. So Ryan,
It's
you know-
entertaining. I've never watched a Bud-Pale Fist before.
fair. Okay.
Fair.
All right. All three of you head off toward the river. Joe, you eventually veer off and go to the bait shop. The other two go to the river. Joe, you open the door, and there's the same salty old man. He's kind of just sitting there. You see him kind of like counting some coins, and he has like a mechanical calculator. He's sitting there kind of like calculating some things out, and he looks up and he goes, "Oh, you're back. Okay, well, what can I do for you?"
Give me some bait.
Oh, you figured that out, huh? Oh, I was gonna tell you last time you left, but I couldn't handle it after that. Yeah, here. Takes out this small container of worms that he has just kind of stored. He's like, "Here, this should be worth the rest of the 1 gold you paid yesterday. So, be on your way." He goes back to counting his money.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it turns out Joe got really scammed. That's okay.
Yeah,
So-
it's okay. We all knew this. We all knew this. We let it happen.
So Joe, you have like a container of like maybe like half a dozen worms and in it.
Oh,
Eventually,
cool.
Joe, you head over to the river and there you guys are. You sit up on the river. Logan, you're gonna try spearfishing.
Yep.
Okay, and Joe, you're gonna actually try fishing. So, what's it called? Logan, give me a dexterity check, and Joe, give me a wisdom check.
Okay.
D20 again.
20.
20. Okay.
9.
9. Okay. All right, Logan, you kind of like wade into the river a bit further down, just like disturbing Joe's fishing, and I mean you guys are there for a few hours at least. Logan, you managed to get we'll say you got about 3 trout out of the river. With your spear, Joe, you're there for those hours. You attach the whole worm to the hook, and you chuck it in. And you're sitting there, and you're kind of just like not exactly sure what to do, but you know you're doing something at least a little bit better. Occasionally you'll just whip the line back in, and there's nothing really on it. And then all of a sudden, towards the end of when you guys are about to pack up, Joe, you suddenly get a hit. And you can feel it's a hit because the pole starts freaking out. And you're like, oh my gosh! You start reeling it in, you reel it in, and
Start getting hype.
and
Why
and
does it
and,
sound like I can relate to this?
and, you pull that sucker out of the water, and on the end of the hook is a nice medium-sized panfish.
Huh.
So yeah.
Well, can I take my dagger and scale it already?
Hold on.
Sure.
Do you know how to add custom equipment, Joe?
No.
Okay. I'll
Add
come over there.
Oh.
So he can keep track of the shit he has.
Also, he can just give it to one of you.
Okay, I'm gonna you know what, that's even easier. Give me your
Equipment,
fish.
magic equipment. Oh, okay. Have my fish then.
But Joe, you said you wanted to try to descale it first.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a. All right, so you pull out your dagger. Go ahead and give me a Let's go nature. Give me a nature check. See if you know how to correctly skin up a fish.
Oh. It's a 3.
Okay, so here's what Joe does. You take the fish. You take the fish in your hand. It's like still alive, trying to like flop out of your hand. You like grip it really tight. You take your knife, and you're like, well, let's see.
That's how we lose the fish, guys.
I mean, I've sharpened my knife before, so it's gotta be the same thing, right? You just kind of like shit, and you take the blade and you like press it into the meat of the fish, and you just kind of like start like trying to whittle the fish as you just go like. And
Can I interrupt him? Can I interrupt what he's doing?
I mean, yeah, as you see
I'm
him
gonna
just
come over. I'm just gonna put a big burly hand on his shoulder. I'm just gonna take the fish.
Like Chewbacca's putting his hand on.
Take the fish. I smack it on its head off a rock so it's actually stunned. And then I try to descale it.
Okay, it's pretty mangled by the time you actually get a hold of it.
Fair.
But okay, go ahead. Yeah, give me a nature check. See if you can't figure out how to like correctly.
Hooray. 14 minus 1, 13.
Okay, well, you do a bit better of a job, but I mean, it's already so mangled that you kind of just like get like one really mediocre fillet out of it, and that's really about it.
What's up?
And you can skin it next.
Do what?
So yeah,
Stares and disappointment.
maybe there's
By the way, Dan, what cities are nearby, like
Hold on.
villages and stuff?
there's a couple small towns within like a couple kilometers of the place, but the next biggest city is actually it's like a commercial fishing city. It's this star over here. It's the star right up north.
Just out of River Tom fishing and stuff along the way.
That is a possibility. Yes, it's maybe half a kilometer north of the like the estuary where the river.
Can I just turn all these fish into
How
red?
many days is that?
How many days travel is that? Dang it! Sorry, wrong buttons. Where is the?
I'm gonna edit the name of this panfish.
You
Mangled sort of fish.
Oh, thanks.
Zombie.
What do you catch, Logan?
3 trout.
3 trout? Ooh.
Oh, thanks, Bubs. Let's see, hang on, can you move your hand? I'm trying to like measure it out. Ryan.
And I actually have like
Ryan.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I try to keep my hand off the thing.
It's about 1 day's travel.
About a day's travel.
About a day's travel, yeah.
Oh, that ain't bad at all.
We can, take about half the day, stop, do some fishing and stuff, set up a camp, and then go the rest of the way.
Yeah, because I would say I think that should be about correct. Because if you traveled from here all the way over to here, it'd be about about 20 days travel. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Bobs. Thank you.
Wasn't I supposed to start with? Oh, there's my cooking utensils. Okay.
Anyways, so yeah. So it's about a day's travel, give or take, whether you run into
I have
credits
a
or not.
quick question about like the laws of the land and stuff.
Yeah.
Still poultry, like there's still laws regarding hunting.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean,
Good.
you see, basically how it works is that like within like town limits, within like within towns, like the immediate area is regulated, but once you get out into like the actual forest and the wilderness, there's really no way to enforce it, so they don't even bother.
Good. I was wondering if it's like real life, or if I turn to the Dale, they're gonna come and beat the shit out of me.
No, like from your town right here, there's like a small section of this forest that's like very well regulated, so that's not just like you don't have people just walk in there and just rip down entire like miles of forest and then leave the town screwed.
Yep.
But once you get out of town several miles, and you're fine. There can be any problem.
What do you think, Loden? You want to try and do that fishing town or city?
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Can
Can I turn these fish into like rations or whatever? Prepare them so they're not just rotting fish in my backpack.
Do you have any salt to preserve them?
You could always try them. I don't think that really requires.
You sure you could dry them? It would take a while to dry them
Cooking
though.
utensils.
Alternatively, we could just eat them like whenever, like today. Well, you could.
Cooked tools. I mean, as fun as watching the bugbear eat 3 raw fish. Sounds.
Oh, I don't mean eat them all. I mean cook them and then eat them instead of
Alright.
eat them as fish to whack as we travel.
Alright, we'll eat them later. It's fine. We got 3 fish, 1 for each, because he mangled the one.
Okay.
Absolutely, D&D. Hey, I have
threw it out.
That's
Literally.
Bubs, you roll an initiative over there?
Oh, and they kept like the one sliver that I managed
What'd you
to
roll?
save from it.
What'd you roll for initiative, Bubs?
Alright, let's get to walking, boys.
Is that all my D20? Did you take all my D20s, Bubs?
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Just look at him and say nothing, Edward. You don't need to answer such questions.
He
Proud of
made
you,
he made himself his own little pile of dice over there. Anyways, so okay.
Okay, guys, I have.
Play D&D. Well,
Huh?
I have rope.
too bad I have no clue
I also
how to
have
get
rope.
into it.
For
I
when eventually
do
you guys
have
push me
rope.
too far.
Don't hand yourself, Loden. Hand him instead.
Oh. Well, I was talking about just hanging
Really?
actual things,
What
not
skill would
people.
be building
Okay.
a gallows be under?
Building a what under?
Carpentry.
Yeah,
Gallows?
carpentry.
Do we even have
Knife, oil.
No. I mean, it'd probably
No.
be under like. Oh, hang on. What would that skill?
Religion. It'll be under religion.
No, it's not a religion.
Religious
Oh gosh.
ceremony.
It's a religious ceremony
Wait, you're
where I
just
hang myself.
I don't know what that would actually be under.
Huh. Interesting.
Maybe it'd just be like an intelligence. It'd probably just a straight
Honestly, I
intelligence
feel
check.
I feel like it'd be a more basic thing at that point. Not
Anyways.
that building an entire gallows is basic. Alright, off we go. We're going to the next town.
Okay, on your trip you go. All right, so you guys are gonna be traveling. We'll say you got.
About midday.
Yeah, it's like-
Fishing and stuff. Unless
Okay.
you don't want to.
If you guys want to, I mean, if you're gonna be stopping to fish, it's probably gonna be 2 days travel then. Like 1 day would be like just go straight there without stopping.
Well, I'd imagine we'd be like stopping, spend the entire day, and then go nothing but stop without stopping, and it'd be like a day and a half or so.
Yeah, I read both. You said you never played D&D, and you want to play. You just have no clue how to get into it. Yeah. He really wanted his own dice.
But I mean, it's up to the other party members, because I don't deal either way.
Anyways, so
So,
you guys get about halfway through your journey. Are you gonna stop to fish?
I mean, we don't really need to. We
Don't
just go
really
till
need to
night,
what?
camp out. We could fish in the morning after eating what we got.
Sure.
Yeah, let's just go all the way until like near dark, and then like once it's approaching,
Until
like
dusk.
once
Oh,
it's
otherwise we just mate it. Like if it's just we're gonna go for the day, we'll mate it day. I believe he's saying.
Well,
So we'll walk,
well, because it's
walk
it's
until
later
dusk.
on in the day. Like you guys have already fished. It's already past midday. You'd
Right.
go about half the journey, stop for the night, and then continue on. It'd be like midday when you reach the city.
Right. So we'd stop for about midway. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so before we stop, I'm gonna start like picking up wood so we can actually, make a fire.
Okay.
I can laugh at Joe for not having a bed to sleep on.
All right. So you guys get about halfway, and eventually, night begins to fall. So you guys set up camp. Are you guys set up by the river or more in the plains again?
Like, kind of close to the river, but not enough that if like, oh, high tide randomly came in. Yeah, I don't want to be like wet as shit.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just
Okay.
like kind of
Yeah,
nearby.
no, we'll
On the
we'll
bank of the
decide,
river,
like,
not like touching the river.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. All right, so you set up camp on the bank of the river, and night begins to descend. Ryan pops the campfire up, and you guys are just sitting there. It's a nice, peaceful night. The world around you kind of quiets down, and you occasionally hear like little peeps here
Okay,
and there.
I'm gonna cook up the 3 trout.
Okay.
Now I have cooking utensils, which is like for cooking.
Yeah.
I guess it gives me a proficiency bonus to whatever ability check applies to cooking.
No, you're good.
Which
So you
is-
add your proficiency check to what's it called? We'll say intelligence, because I think that's what it is. Wait, where's the
Where the fuck? Where the fuck?
where's the
Uh,
I like this.
John?
There we go. I'm just switching the music over. Gotta
Okay.
keep the ambience up. You know what I mean?
John?
Yeah.
I have a thing, an item that says lantern, hooded. What does that mean?
It's a hooded lantern. Means it has like a
For-
cap over the top of it. It's not like an open candle. It's like a hooded lantern.
Oh,
14.
okay.
Bobs, what's up?
He said 14, John.
14 for cooking.
Yeah.
You cook up some standard fillets. Nothing special. Nothing crazy.
Wonderful. Now I don't
It's
have to
also the
store
4th
these.
fillet from my brutally massacred fish that I attempted to cut.
Yeah, you have like the one fillet from like the medium-sized
I
panfish.
slap you with it.
Okay, Joe, you take 1 slapping damage.
Oh,
No,
Yo,
you don't.
guys.
Well, I
Just-
forgot.
But he's not playing a wizard.
this is a
Sorry,
huge-
guys. I forget I'm an 8-foot, 300-pound bear, and when I try to be a meme, I end up hurting.
All right. So if
hurting
you
people.
so if you guys eat all of the fish, then you don't have to you don't have to use any of your rations. You can just kind of,
Huzzah!
Excellent.
We're self-sufficient.
I
for
take
the
the
Actually,
one
this
hit-
is like-
1 hit point though.
This is a bit.
No, it's a fucking joke. Nobody cares, Joe. I slapped you with a piece of fish. If you die from that, then we're leaving you behind.
Okay.
Alright, so do you guys want to do the same watch order as last time?
What's
Um,
me?
No, I want 4.
Sure.
Sorry. The graveyard was a bit creepier than I thought.
Big Z's.
Okay, so same order as last time.
Yep.
I'm staying awake.
Okay. Doy. Okay. Give me a quick reminder of the order you guys want to.
It's Joe, me, and then Ryan.
Joe, you and Ryan got it. Okay. I wanted to use. Forgive me 1 second. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about or do, feel free to do it now. I'll just take a second.
So guys, I'm thinking of gonna get a new spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like a caveman.
Uh-huh.
So instead of whatever piece of shit spear I have now,
Mhm.
I'm gonna get like a
I know, right?
magic spear one day,
Uh-huh.
and it's gonna do magic damage, and
Uh-huh.
then I'm gonna punch people in the face for
Mhm.
for stealing crops and eating my sandwich.
Mhm.
Do it up.
I have calligrapher's supplies and cartographer's tools, but I
Alright.
can't read
What?
that well.
Oh, it
that's
is?
unfortunate.
So,
All right, give me a second, honey. I'll go clean it
Have
real
you
quick.
tried,
Yeah.
polymorphing into something
Um,
different?
Going ahead. Okay, so starting at the what's it called? So you guys all go to sleep, and what's it called? Who was first again? It was Joe's
Joe.
Sweep
first.
those slime
It was
things.
me, Logan, Ryan.
Joe,
And
go
then-
on ahead. Give me a perception check.
do 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 do
Seven.
do.
See nothing. Nice quiet night. Peaceful. Hear some birds occasionally. The running water's quite nice.
Birds.
But other than that, nothing happens. You don't see anything. You eventually go to sleep. Logan, you wake up. Logan, give me a perception check.
Do I still get advantage on these, or?
Correct, yes.
20.
20. All
Jeez.
right.
I
Logan,
got the mice, boys.
you, hang on a second, 'cause I believe that... Oh, wait a minute. This is not what I thought it was. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's like, sorry guys, I almost put a beholder on you instead of this ring.
Oh, no.
You
Hey,
almost
level
got the, what's it called?
Sorry,
a lich.
guys. I almost made it to where you're fighting a level 92 dragon.
Wow,
No.
a lich, where did that come from?
Aim from your left, Logan.
Oh shit, I shouldn't have been looking right.
No, you're good.
Hold on a minute.
No.
You good? Joe?
I don't know what he's doing. Hello?
What's up?
Okay. Well, I don't know what he's doing.
I'll give him a
What
second
is
to get...
He said hold on a minute, and then he
I know.
disappeared into the void.
So I need to give him a second because I need to know if he's like actually doing something.
So do we die? Oh hey,
No.
What happened?
You said you were gonna do something, and then you didn't do anything.
I was turning on the light.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
The
Logan.
light explodes.
You look around. You have a very good, like, sense about you right now. It's at nighttime. It's kind of your element. And as you look around, as far as you can tell, nothing. It's peaceful and quiet. Just a nice night by the river.
okay.
Ryan,
Take a nap.
you are woken up, except not with a slap. You're woken up with just a
I
normal...
wait till Logan's nice and well asleep.
Okay, that's fine. You can
Then I'm gonna slap. I mean, what?
slap him.
It's like, yeah, you want the back of my hand this time, Ryan? So you want?
You know what? I'm gonna slap you with a magic missile. That will wake you up.
Oh, that'll definitely probably put me to sleep, but you can go for it.
That's in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Hulu.
9 plus 2, I think.
11.
9 plus 2, 11.
And then
11.
no, it's plus 1, so it's 10.
10.
Plus 1 is 9 plus 2.
Oh, that one would have saved you, Ryan. Now we're all gonna die.
Sad.
Ryan, all I will say is that as you're sitting there, you hear a noise. You can't identify it really. Like, you don't know, like, oh yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever. There is a nondescript noise in the because the river you're on right now, like, there's the river behind you, and then there's the embankment, and then a little bit behind the embankment, of course, there's like shrubberies, a few trees here and there, all that. As you're sitting there, you suddenly hear this like pitter patter through the brush, about maybe 50 feet from you. It's like, it's very faint, but it sounds to you at first as if like a bunch of things are just kind of like pitter pattering very gently across the ground, and then dead silence. Just dead silence.
Interesting.
What do you do? Are you gonna do anything?
Can I? I want to test the fireport. I assume that would tip off light.
Yeah,
How far it has 120 range, I think, right?
yeah, 120 foot range. You can sling a firebolt.
I wanted to shoot that in the area above it to tip off light, but I don't want it to actually hit anything.
Okay. So you want to like
So I
pop
can
it?
see better.
Okay.
Pop a flare.
type of
Yeah,
thing.
Pop a
kind of
flare.
like a flail.
Pop a flare. Okay, got it. So going ahead, pop a flare. You kind of like look in the general direction where you think you heard the sound. You take your hand, you fling the firebolt, and you sling it right through some trees. And as it slings through the trees, you kind of see it kind of like giving light off as it strikes through. You suddenly see this form in one of the trees. The thing you're looking at, the thing you're looking at, it looks to you as if it's like a. It looks like one of like you know like a chrysalis, like those like a giant like chrysalis looking thing. At first, that's what it looks like until the moment the firebolt screeches by, you suddenly see it like wriggle a little bit and then just right off into the underbrush. You see it kind of disappear. Like it just like crawls off the tree and shoots into the underbrush underneath it. And you begin to hear that little pitter patter, kind of moving in a kind of maybe like weird S or zigzag pattern, beginning to kind of approach the camp.
But I'm turning to wait loading and Joe up.
All right, so you guys
Uh-huh.
are awoken with a
Oh.
something's here.
What
I'm
has
not
going on?
entirely sure what the hell it is.
What's the problem? Where am I?
Um,
I explained what you explained to me, so like a weird chrysalis looking thing.
yeah, it looked like a giant chrysalis thing, and then suddenly it like wriggled and then just kind of like darted off the tree into the
And like
brush.
I ordered was coming closer to the camp.
Yeah, it's making weird. It's
Can I
making very
see it?
sporadic movements. Go ahead and make perception check. Also, Ryan, like the size of this thing was like as thick as the tree trunk. By the way, just to give you an
So
idea,
big.
it's big. It's large. Yeah.
15.
15. You as you're looking through the darkness, you can see its form as it kind of like darts from like bush to bush. You're not really able to keep like a really good eye on it because it's pretty fast and it has a really decent amount of cover where it is as it's approaching you. But you can definitely tell it's definitely some sort of like it not a worm, but it's definitely some sort of like centipede looking thing.
Oh God, no.
Or along that vein of along that vein.
I hate
Yeah.
bugs.
Yeah, what's up, Joe?
Can I attempt to see it too?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, person that can't see in the dark.
18.
18. Oh yeah, Joe, you get a really good glimpse of it as it shoots from bush to bush. Maybe about at this point it's gonna be about 40 feet out at this point. Here, let me bring up the.
Let's prepare for battle.
Let me bring up.
Find out if it's hostile or not.
I'll bring up the chessboard just so we.
When it
Maybe
starts
it's
chewing on
just-
Joe.
Maybe it's just curious.
All right. Where are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Curious.
curious.
Yeah,
That.
maybe. Maybe it'll just fuck off.
Ryan, where the heck's your piece?
My piece, should be here.
Oh wait, no, it's Joe I'm missing. I think. Joe, where the heck's your piece? Oh, there it is. Okay. So the three of you, we'll say the river is is on the left side of the board. So you guys are kind of like butt up near the river. You guys are about standing like right here.
Right,
So
I'm
5,
gonna
10,
start
15,
moving
20,
back this way
25.
towards the river.
Okay. The creature's been seen out in this area as it moves forward. Has Joe been rescued, or am I getting more candles? No, Joe's fine. Joe's fine for now. And now I'm going to.
Just remember, Loden, if it comes time to it, I'll put a firepot in Loden, Joe's lead and we'll make a one for it.
Alright. I was thinking of just throwing a dart at him, but that works.
All right, so the creature's in this general area right here. As you begin to like really listen in on what's happening, suddenly the creature emerges. We'll say about this far away, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, about 30 feet away from the brush. And now, as it kind of comes into the campfire light, you can definitely see its form. It is two very large eyes on either side of its head The body itself is worm-like, with a bunch of very sharp, stick pincer-like feet down the underside of it. From its front is a maw with 2 large claws around its actual mouth. You can see that it has maybe 3 or 4 rows of razor-sharp teeth, and several tendrils, like octopus tentacles, coming out the front of this thing. 2 long antennas jutting back from its skull and kind of flowing as it rushes forward to you. Roll initiative. Because, yeah.
Going
With
to
you guys
battle.
anymore.
I'm starting the battle music again.
Oh, 19 plus 2.
15.
21.
Let's see.
12.
I need to find some decent battle music. Ooh, skirmish. Well, that works. All right. What are your initiatives?
15.
15. All right.
And Ryan's was 21.
All right. 15, 12, 21.
Mhm.
And the 12 is for
Wasn't that
Joe.
Yeah.
Logan's 15, and then Ryan's 20.
15 for Logan, 21 for Ryan.
I got you.
Wrong.
Actually, let me.
Just, you're wrong.
There we go. And it goes and rolls a. All right. Logan, do you mind re-rolling real quick? It tied with you.
Huh?
It tied with you
I
for
don't-
initiative 15. Can you re-roll?
18.
18. Yes, you beat it that time. So it's going to be Logan, Ryan, Logan, Creature, Joe.
Oh, okay, this is not gonna be fun.
You're gonna die.
All I heard was Ryan, Logan, and
Oh,
Creature.
here. Bubs, can I have
And
the
then
please?
Joe.
I need that one.
And then
Mm,
there's
but
that
like-
one guy.
Then there's that one guy.
Okay.
Great.
All right, going ahead. First off, we have Ryan. Going ahead, top of the board.
Right, I'm gonna fire a, what's it called? Firebolt at it.
All right, going ahead.
18 plus 5, so 23.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead, roll for damage.
23 hit? No.
I mean, it had what I've done. 8.
8 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
If a 23 didn't hit, I'm jumping in the water.
Like, alright, bye guys.
No, but like, I'm joining you, Ryan. Let's get out of here.
I'm a dip potato chip. Right the
I'm a
fuck out.
dip
Okay.
right into the lake.
Joe, I'm sorry, I'm hitting you
Logan,
with a
you're
wave
up.
of water. I didn't want faster.
Logan, you're up.
I'm up. Okay. Great. I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Do.
I'm hating Logan right now. He's
20 to
gaming.
hit.
20 to hit? Yeah, it hits. Yep, go ahead.
Okay. And let's see my wonderful little chunk of
Wait,
damage.
sip the visual
5
for that.
damage.
5 damage? Okay.
Okay, with 2 weapon fighting, can I throw 2 things?
No. 2 weapon fighting is if you have, 2, swords. Have a calamari tonight. Nah, seems more like a grub, honestly. Like a grub or a centipede. Because definitely has some armor, but it's not super...
It says I
Edward.
can throw it.
What?
It says I can throw it.
What, dear? Yeah, no, I'm trying. Okay. Yes, folks, I know. You're starving. But you only want that stuff. Anyways, okay, so... Okay, it's the creature now. It is going to move... oh, okay. So it does have that. Okay. Alright, hang on. Let me roll... Joe, call odds or evens?
Odds.
Odds.
Should have called evens.
Nope, it is even, so it's going to and just slither right up, and it's going to attempt to
Scream in 2 seconds.
it's
To
going
violate
to
you.
let's see what
Kinda.
Please. It's gonna touch me.
It's gonna make a bite attack and then an attack with its tentacles. It gets 2 attacks. So,
Tentacles.
Pops,
What the fuck is this thing?
John,
it's got what? Yeah,
what the hell of
I thought this
Satan
thing was
did
like
you
a
spawn on?
centipede. not
it
a
is.
Satan.
It's got tentacles come out the front of it.
What the fuck?
Uh huh.
What
Anyway,
in the
I'll
spawn
jump in the
of
wall,
Satan
so
did you
guys
spawn,
can-
John?
Okay, so Joe, go on ahead. Let's see. So the first will be the bite attack. It's gonna be a 13 to hit.
Yeah,
13 hits.
Well,
What's your armor class?
13. So
Then
yeah.
it misses. It misses.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 13. So it's a 14 to hit.
Correct. Yes. 14 will hit you.
Yeah, the defender
Ties,
wins
what's it
ties.
called?
Haha, yeah, that's gonna hit. Okay, so its tentacle attack
Oh.
will hit you. That's gonna be a 24.
It's gonna be a
Um,
what?
24 to hit you. One creature, you're gonna take 1d4.
15?
267
Scream
damage.
if I take 15 over.
Where's my d4? Bubs, did you take my d4? Ah, thank you, Bubs.
That's when he was over to the arrow
I'm
and
gonna
he
scream if
smiling.
it one-shots me.
Let's
I
see.
laughed so fucking hard.
Joe, you take 6 points of poisoning damage as the tentacles like wrap around you, and you can feel it. Like you can feel the tentacles as they touch your skin begin to sting you all over. Joe, give me a
Right.
Constitution saving throw.
4. Wait, hold on. Do I have to... Where's my cons? Mine 3. 3.
So as the creature rolls up and grabs Joe with its tentacles, you see as it rears back, preparing for another strike, you see Joe kind of like reel back in damage, just like, and then all of a sudden, you see him just kind of stop moving as he just falls backwards and hits the floor as if he's made of stone. Joe, you're now paralyzed and on the floor.
What the hell?
So Joe is just straight up just paralyzed. He just kind of falls over as if he's just kind of, yeah. So he's paralyzed now. Ryan, you're up. Oh, no, actually, well, yeah, no, it would be Joe's turn, but he doesn't get a turn. Joe.
Wait, can't he reroll the
No, yeah, no,
Constitution
he
on his
can.
own?
Yeah, go on
Oh,
ahead.
anyway.
Hang on a second.
18.
No, yeah, hold
Minus
on.
1, 17.
No, hold on. Yeah, no, you can repeat at the end of your turn. Okay, so see if you can at least shave off the poison. What was that, Joe?
17.
Okay, that shaves off. So you hit the ground, and then after a few seconds, you're like, the pain kind of like comes flooding back into you as you kind of like regain feeling in all your limbs. You're still prone on the ground, but you're at least not paralyzed anymore. Ryan, top of the round, go on ahead.
I'm gonna hit it with a magic missile.
Okay.
What does that do? Where is it?
It's three attacks of 1d4 plus 1, I believe. And they just auto hit, so you just roll damage all at once.
That's it, that magic. Where is it? You create 3 thrown darts. 3 darts. 1d4 plus 1.
I played wizard. I know wizard. So yeah, just roll damage. So roll 3d4, then add 3 to it.
Well, when did each of them take plus 1?
Nope. Actually, hang on. No, for each dart, yes. Sorry, I
Yeah, so at the very minimum, I'm doing 6 damage.
correct. Yes, that's why I said roll 1d4, and then add 3. So you roll 3d4 plus 3 because you add all the modifiers at once.
Alright, wait, I'm rolling 1d4?
No, roll 3d4 plus 3. You combine them all into once.
Alright, 6 or 9.
9 damage. Okay, thank you. Alright, so Ryan, you reel back, and you sling the magic bolts at him. Each one concusses the side of its head. It kind of, like, staggers back a little bit, and then re-readies itself to, well, probably strike at Joe, honestly, because he's right in front of him, and he's onto the ground. And
Well, I'm hating life
this
at the
thing's
moment.
hungry. Logan, you're up next.
Alright, well, it's busy staring at Joe.
Mhm.
And it's within my wonderful range. I'm gonna stab it in the mouth with my spear.
Go on ahead. Roll attack.
I'm hating life right now.
Where did it go? Oh, okay, that's a net 20. So it's
That's 20. Okay, yeah, that hits.
What?
Hey, I hit it.
Alright, go on ahead. Double your damage dice, not the modifier. So what, a spear is like, what, 1d6?
It's... Oh, actually the site confused me because it automatically doubled it. Okay, cute. Yeah, it's at 1d6, so 2d6.
Yeah,
and then
2d6
it's just plus 3
Correct.
total. 7.
7 damage? Okay.
And then, I think I can make another strike. I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah. And then after that, just punch in the face.
Okay, go ahead, make an
That's
unarmed strike.
It's always the resounding thing to do.
Just go punch it in the face.
I'm just gonna bonk it with my fist.
17?
17 definitely hits. Go ahead.
I'll just let the slide do this one. 5.
5 damage? Okay.
Alright.
Alright. After you stab it and then you just sock it upside the head, it suddenly rears back, turns at you, and then lunges at you. You're gonna take...
You're wrong.
Oh, that's almost definitely gonna hit. It's not a natural 20, but I think it's 20 in total. Yeah, 20 in total, so that's
Okay.
gonna be a hit. So that's gonna
Fucking
be...
bugs.
So this is gonna be... 7 points of piercing damage from the bite from its jaws. And then it's going to make the tentacle attack against you, and that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
So you're going to take...
Where do you find these god-awful bugs, man?
These are base-level creatures. Here we go. You take 6 points of poison damage, and then give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry, they all decided to just start fucking screaming because the world revolves around them. What did you...
6 points of poison damage, and then give me
Okay.
a Constitution saving throw, please.
Great. Well, at least it's not a negative. 15.
15 passes, so you're not paralyzed, you just take the damage.
Hey guys, I'm gonna die next turn.
So as the creature reels forward, it grabs you with its tentacles,
To
and
the
sinks its
base level
teeth in your
creature.
arm.
As always, the giant bug will kill me once again.
So at the... Joe, you're up. So you're currently laying down on the floor after having been paralyzed by the bug creature.
You should probably get up.
Yeah, that would be...
Yeah.
Or lay there and take it, because one of us is gonna die in this encounter regardless.
Yeah, I believe you have... To get back... Yeah, to get back up, you have to use your whole movement, I believe.
But not.
Okay.
Not an action, no, but it'll be your whole movement. So you can't walk anywhere, but you still have your action and bonus action reaction, that whole thing.
Okay.
So go
So
ahead.
I'm gonna get up,
Okay.
and then I'm going to.
Mhm.
And I'm going to take out my dagger and hit it.
Are you
Okay.
gonna try to fillet it like that poor fish?
Alright, so Joe, here's how this is gonna
I
work.
mean, Fist died, so.
Roll
It was that tail.
roll for an attack. So roll to hit, so it's gonna be roll d20 and then add 4.
Well,
Okay.
Joe?
it says 12.
Wait, you rolled a
Oh,
12. Wait, 12 on the
No.
dice?
No, 8, and then plus 4 is 12.
You miss. You
Oh.
miss. Your you go for the
Okay.
dagger, and you go to stab the thing, and your dagger isn't true, and it kind of just glances off the thing's like hardened shell. And
Oh, okay,
it
well,
looks.
we gotta go eat dinner before I get insanely yelled at and everybody starts bitching.
Yeah, they won't. They'll just not stop screaming.
They'll let it blow their lungs out, Logan.
I would fucking like to.
Fine, all right, going ahead. I guess we'll pick up mid-encounter when you guys get back.
Where's Ryan?
I don't know. Honey, do you know where Ryan is?
Ryan's
go
dead.
Oh.
Do you go to Narnia?
Wait, Ryan's the one talking?
No, it's Joe and Logan.
Oh wait, they're back? Oh shoot, okay. Okay, we can continue in a second.
Cheese,
Hello?
behind you. Oh,
There's
there's
Ryan.
Oh,
there's Ryan.
Huh?
Nothing, we're just concerned where you were.
Dead. Ah, I knew it. I've known him long enough. I know where this is going.
They're just
St.
twins.
Patrick's
It's fine.
Let's right, stay away.
Yeah, Ryan and Logan both said dead at the same time.
All right, back to
I
Terror
was
in the
going
Woods.
to both Tom to attain its trust.
Okay, anyways.
Fucker.
Okay, Joe. Okay, Ryan, back at the top of the turn order. Okay, let's get back into it.
Right.
Let's go, Ryan.
I use magic missile.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11.
11 damage?
Yep.
Alright. Alright, as the magic missiles fly from your hands and slam into the creature, you see chunks of its flesh go flying off as it rears back and screeches to the sky. This thing is bleeding and is very hurt. Logan, you're up.
Oh, goody.
Bonk it.
I'm a bonk it with my spear. 14?
14 does hit, yes.
Oh, what a shocker there. Okay. D6. That's a 7. And then I'm gonna use a... Actually, no.
Logan? Logan?
Yeah.
How do you want to kill it?
Oh, good. Alright, so I'm gonna walk up to it, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna kick it so that its face is like looking up into mine because I'm probably taller than this fucking thing is.
I mean, technically, yeah, because it's on. If it was on all fours, then yeah, it'd probably be taller than you, honestly.
But like, so it's like looking up.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna jam the spear down through its fucking down its throat.
All right. So you see this big.
Rip it back down.
You see Logan's character walk over, just kicks the thing over, the thing just kind of like rolls over, like, oh, okay, I've given up, and then Logan just straight shish kebabs the thing, and it's dead. It is.
Finish him.
Oh, can we take a long rest now, please?
What? Sleep? We don't do that here.
All right.
But
I'm
I
just
don't
at
wanna
5.
die.
I'm just at a solid 5 health. It's fine.
I'm
Doing
dying.
All right. And like that, peace has
Am I
returned.
allowed to take a long rest, or will I only take a short rest? since
No, you're
I was
good.
gas-
Again, you guys aren't in a rush, so you're able to like make up the time you lost in sleep by just sleeping in a little bit. So take your.
Hey, I'm alive again.
I'm on the last, what's it called? Rats.
You know, you're good. You're good. So you would have got.
took a
So you.
long
So
rest.
Ryan, you would have gotten a long rest by now. So yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, but then I would have fought, and then it would that even count?
Oh, from that.
I didn't probably take like a short rest to sit around and take it
Yeah,
easy all
I guess.
day.
Yeah, your long rest would have already been taken by that. So yeah, no, I guess it wouldn't be a long rest for you now, since you were last on the watch.
I take short rest for all day.
That's their slogan.
stay within.
There's Joseph, because apparently he's over there, and then I will. How did I get rid of this board? I got rid of it last time.
Yeah, I have no idea how you did that.
I don't know how I did it either, honestly.
Oh, right-click it.
Oh, yeah, okay, it wasn't letting me right-click it. Yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Oh, do I not move my board piece? I'm sorry.
You know what? Here, I got an idea. How about over here in this like nice blank area over here? Let me get a. We have like a permanent board over here. Is the checkerboard slightly bigger? Yeah,
And
checkerboard's
then when I
good.
take a short rest, what does this mean? We double blue thread and we set maximum HP changes to on this rest, and I didn't click that. But I didn't lose any health, though that doesn't matter. And what's the social hit die 1d6 minus 1, total 3?
During a short rest, you have a certain number of hit die that you can use to regain HP specifically, and then during a long rest, you have to you regain your hit die.
So taking a short rest won't give me any of my spells back.
No.
Sad. How unfortunate. Nope, there's no point in even taking a short rest since I'm not wounded.
Alright, let me just, Oh, I can't. If I delete them. So I want to see if I can get, like, a... All right, I have the battle board over here. All right, and then I think. All right, so if you want to all come over here real quick, this will just make things easier. So this will be the combat board from now on. I can't move them any closer; they'll stack on top of it. So this like dividing area, we'll say is 2. This is 2 squares right here. So like the edge of this board is 1 square, and the edge of this board is 1 square, and then it goes square, square, square. So.
Okay.
Okay. What about the little small seam right
Same thing.
on the
Just
other way?
just the same thing.
Okay.
I just need some way to evenly divide them, but that works. So now I have a lot more room for combat. So you don't not just all like on like one tiny little area screeching.
Where everything's like
I'm just gonna move
perpetually in
my
my
piece
reach.
over to here then.
Correct. All right.
Where I just swing my spear around and everything's in range anyway.
Okay, so we're up on an adventure.
On an adventure.
We're heading to that city.
All right.
John, you
in
have to
that
move the party piece
place.
I'm switching the
Unless
music
you
around.
don't care about it.
I'm switching the music, Joe. Just calm down.
Okay.
Full
Alright,
speed head. What's my?
All right. So you guys are. That's as close as I can put the thing because it wants to like snap to one of the locations. So we'll just say you're there. It's fine. It's a rough area. So you're in the city now.
Huzzah!
All right. So you guys, what's it called? After a long journey, you come in. You follow the river down, and then you see as you come down. Well, not even come down, but as you like continue on the side of the river, you see it grow larger and larger, like wider. And then once it becomes several meters wide, you can off in the distance, maybe at this point you're within like a mile of the city. You can see a large semi-urban place. It does have a nice stone wall around it, so it's definitely a more fortified position, like an actual city. The river actually, what it does is it flows right into the city and cuts the city dead in half. So the east side of this, so the northern side of the city and the southern side of the city are connected by a series of several bridges, and other sorts of passages underneath it. There's a bit of a subway system in this particular city that goes between the north and south sectors. And one thing you do know is that because the city has a natural divide in it, there is kind of a there's an interesting thing about this city and the fact that the northern section of the city is a bit more upper class, upper crust, and then the southern section of the city is a bit more like middle to lower class. So you have a lot of like the industrial side of things, like farmers, agricultural, fishing in the south sector, and the north sector is like the big business and the political centers and things of that nature up there. So it's
like America.
Sure, Joe. America in a city.
Not starving.
I was like, that doesn't even okay, Joe. You sure, buddy? You can sit there
There's
high on
farms and rich people.
There's
a river.
farms and rich
It's
people.
America.
It's also France and Germany and China and all of it. Never mind. Anyways,
I think it's
so
China. I choose to think it's China.
And most
good job.
nations.
Most nations that
Except for,
are
like,
dead.
maybe a few, like the very puny ones that are barely a nation.
Liechtenstein.
Africa.
Liechtenstein. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, you guys are
Liechtenstein is the best city.
Right, guys.
nice. Okay, so going ahead, guys. You have the city before you. You're about a mile off. How are you going to approach this city? What are you going to do? You guys go.
With alright, how much fucking shit?
I'm going to approach it with Melissa's intent.
I'm gonna ignore Ryan's malicious intent.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow suit.
I'm gonna
with
walk in there,
malicious
hope in
intent.
my eyes, just ready to get some
And that's
shit
when
going.
they murder you.
And that's when they crucify me for being a bugbear, but it's fine. And then
I'm just going to walk in. I assume it's
Follow up with Logan.
the city.
All right. You guys, are you guys going to approach the northern or southern entrance?
Northern. There's Northern
Northern?
area.
Okay.
where are the rich people? I'm sorry.
North. The northern side's the richer.
I'm going
Oh,
south.
then southern.
that's fine.
Southern.
Yeah, Ryan can go up there, but I don't think Bugbear would be good company in rich sector.
Yeah,
Uh,
the south.
Neither does the poor spineless idiot.
South, you guys go around the southern end of the city. You see down each sector of the city, so the north and south, has 3 main gates to enter. You just pick the one closest to you. As you walk through, you see a couple armed guards just kind of at the gate, chilling. They're just
Howdy.
there to keep the peace. Hey, how's it going?
Speak ordinary.
Yep. It's,
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
it's called common. It's not called
I
ordinary.
speak ordinary.
It's called
And
common.
that's what they vote you for being stupid.
You hear one of the guards lean in, look over to his buddy, and start chattering in a language that you don't understand.
Just blowing from stupid
What
town.
language? Would it be any that I understand?
They would be speaking in this area. What's it called? Give me a second. I'm trying.
Chinese.
No, it'd be.
Check what languages you could speak.
It says languages in the bottom left if you're like sheet.
Around here would actually be, Orcish, actually.
I understand
Orcish.
it.
You do understand
Believe
it.
it or not, I understand it.
Okay,
You're not there.
yeah, yes.
I am. I movie guys.
Oh, okay. I thought you went.
I
the other
thought you
way.
went north.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I decided when you guys went south to take the time with you.
Ryan, what he said was, what's it called? These guys could be dead by morning.
Yeah, that is not on.
Wait, but we survived.
As you guys enter this section of the city, you are greeted with narrow-ish streets. They're not super wide, but they're also not like 3 inches in diameter, kind of narrow. I mean, each road maybe runs about maybe 10 to 15 feet in some places, maybe sometimes 20. And as you're walking through the city, you're flanked on both sides by a variety of houses. This particular entrance you picked, this is more of a housing district, so you see everything from like more, I don't know if I want to say full slums, but it kind of is like a slumish, to like fairly upstanding houses. You know, like maybe an upper middle class, you'd say. You know, these are nice homes. Like you would want to live in one of those homes, kind of places. So it's a bit of a mix down here. As you continue on, you notice that there's not a lot of shops where you are until suddenly you approach the river, and then you begin to realize very quickly, because you can actually see across the river into like the ritzier side, is that all of the shops and industry are literally on the river. So basically how the city is set up is, imagine a circle where the outer ring of the circle is a wall, the next inner ring is housing, and then the innermost ring is where all of like the factories, where all of the markets are, where all of like the commerce and business actually happens. So basically people travel from the outside of the city to the inside, and then they travel back to the outside. So generally, it's speaking, like where you are right now is where you could find your blacksmiths, your Fletchers, your metallurgists, alchemists. No, actually, no, alchemists would be northern section. What's it called? Botanists would be down here. Like low-level botanists, your farmers, and what's it called? Things of that nature. Oh, and also taverns. Though you notice taverns on both sides of the river, so you imagine this is like the hole in the wall, and the other place is more of like the upstanding.
That's better to spend the time in.
Yes, right. It's better to spend the time in the hole. So,
You want to go to the witch place. You made trouble in the witch place, and you also didn't, trouble. You made trouble in the hole in the wall, and you might just did a slap on the wrist.
Or die.
Or die, and you'll never be found.
I'm gonna go to blacksmiths.
Okay.
That's not what told you, mate.
I'm going to the tavern.
Logan's
gonna
just
go,
gonna drink the night away.
Just don't look for an alchemist. That's what
Yeah, with the money I made, unlike you.
So back to where I was just before I was really interrupted by the servers going. So yeah, okay. So Ryan, you wanted to visit an alchemist, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So you're gonna head towards one of the connecting bridges. Joe and Logan, you guys.
I don't know this town, so I'm going to find somebody who can direct me to an alchemist. As otherwise, I'm going to walk in randomly.
Okay, we do know you need to get to the other side of the bridge, but you want to ask somebody here to direct you to an alchemist, or do you want to cross the bridge?
Let's find that. Well, first person who either looks like a is a Todd or looks like a Loto.
That's fair. Okay, so Logan, you're gonna go off to the tavern, and Joe, you're gonna go off to the blacksmith. Okay.
Oh,
S-
passing question.
yeah.
Are these humans?
Actually,
orcs?
it's a surprising diversity. There's a lot of different races. There's not. You see some giants. You see some orcs, half orcs. Several humans. A few dragonborn kicking around. You basically know from history that because the Empire's power is so far-reaching, that there really isn't any basically you'll come across in every city every kind of race for the most part,
Oh,
just because the power is so overreaching, and they didn't really have a lot of laws about immigration, so a lot of people just kind of just mixed everything together. I mean, obviously there are some places where you might only find humans or only find dragon. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Anyways, you know what I mean. So, anyways,
yeah.
so you even see a bugbear or two, honestly.
Whoa.
Not very
Whoa,
many.
look at you,
You're still in like the very, very low minority, but you do see a couple at least. Strangely, no dwarves though. That's one thing you do notice. No dwarves. No dwarves.
Yeah,
Kill all
bite-sized
the
snacks.
dwarves.
Anyways, so okay, so you're gonna go out there. Ryan, we'll do you first. So Ryan, you eventually find a guard standing guard by nothing. He's just kind of chilling, on patrol, I guess. You wanted to ask him about what?
So what's to an alchemist?
He looks at you and kind of looks over your clothing a little bit. Spits on the ground next to you, not at you, but next to you, and just kind of looks at you and goes, it's across the bridge over there. But I don't think you're gonna make it, honestly.
Okay, thank you. Good day.
Yep. Just spits on the ground again. Alright, so Ryan, you're gonna make your way to the bridge?
Yep, on to the Todd.
Okay.
Alchemist.
As you approach the bridge, you notice at the bridge there are several guards. And the moment you go to try to cross the bridge, one of the guards steps in front of you and goes, "Credit check."
Credit check.
Yeah. You ain't just getting across this bridge. Ain't no riffraff just getting over this bridge. Come on. You gotta have the minimum required money to pass the bridge.
And how much is the minimum required money?
200 gold pieces.
Oof. Right, is there any alchemists on this side of the bridge then?
Are you asking the guard that?
Oh yes, I'm asking the Todd.
He kind of looks at you, gives this weird look of this guy doesn't have 200 gold, but he wants an alchemist. What the heck is wrong with this guy?
Well, I assume there's just cheap alchemical supply stuff.
It's just it's the town. Anyways, he kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, I mean, yeah, kinda. It's go down that road there, that main road. Take a left, and you'll see you'll see a place you can't miss it. It's got a sign. You'll see it. Yep. Good luck." And then you see him kind of look at his buddies. His buddies kind of give him a weird look as you're kind of walking away, and they seem a bit nervous. They have an air of nervousness about them.
Interesting.
So while you're heading there, Joe, you get to the blacksmiths. Large metal building. And as you
always the big buildings and big people.
And as you're approaching, you hear the sounds of hammers hitting metal. You hear the sounds of the billows of steam pouring out from the top of the building. And as you walk closer in the kind of courtyard section of it, you see a couple blacksmiths kind of working on some projects out there. You can tell this isn't one guy running a blacksmith. This is a group of blacksmiths all working together on the same building. So what are you gonna do?
I don't know, probably go up to one of them,
Okay.
ask what swords that they have.
Okay. You walk up to one of them and you.
Wait, what?
Yep.
What language or race are they?
In this particular courtyard, you have one orc, one guy who appears to be elven, and then a human.
Which talks Elvish, I assume, right?
What?
Got some
I
on the
mean-
brainstem.
Just start
of them
yelling at
probably
people
wouldn't
until they
know
respond.
I mean, you have no idea if the Elvish guy actually speaks Elven. I mean, it's probably a decent guess that he probably does.
You would think he actually does, but sure, probably speak to the elf.
Okay. Are you gonna speak in Elvish?
Probably.
Oh my god.
Okay, you walk up, greet him in Elvish.
Probably.
The guy is hitting what appears to be some kind of dagger, like it's got like a nice bluish tinge to it. Tink, tink, and he kind of looks up at you and goes.
That's when he speaks Dwarvish.
I was like,
confused.
he looks up at you and goes, "Do you speak common?"
Yeah.
It's good enough around here. No need to speak any fancy. He goes back to his job. Tink, tink, tink.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any blades? For sale?
Tink looks up at you. I have one in my hand, if that's what you're asking. Are you asking if we sell them?
Mm-hmm.
Are you new around here?
Mm-hmm.
I could tell.
You just blown from stupid to
He kind of looks at his he motions to the human. He goes, "Hey, Victor, we got a new one!" And suddenly you see really burly human dude currently stoking some metal in the fire. He kind of like looks back. He places his the thing he's working on in some cooling liquid and walks over to you, dusting his hands off, and he goes, "Ah, you new around here, huh? I heard you were looking to buy a blade."
Uh-huh.
Well, you guess you came to the right place.
Got the finest blade here.
What do you...
This legendary blade here.
Shut up, Ryan. What would you like to order? Long sword, great sword, short sword, battle
sword.
axe.
Wait, what was the last one you said, John? I couldn't hear over Logan.
Battle axe,
Oh, no. Okay.
wood axe. You looking for a shovel?
Probably a...
pitchfork.
A slightly longer knife.
A slightly longer rapier.
Go ahead.
Plus one.
Go ahead. Just shut up, Logan.
Shut the hell up!
Go ahead, Joe.
Probably a, longsword.
Ah, good. A longsword. Longsword, man. What material would you like it out of?
What materials do you have?
Hi. Well, here you go. And he starts listing them off. You know, they got mithril, they've got adamantite, they have steel, they have iron, they got bronze, they have a bunch of different types of metals, all varying.
Hold on. What are the default weapons made of then?
Iron or steel. You know.
Okay. That was
Maybe a bit of clay.
It really just
Some dirt.
I mean, basically, this is all more just flavor.
No,
If you
no,
order,
it's Minecraft, lads. It's wood. Wood or stone.
yeah, no, look.
That's not-
I mean,
Diamonds?
basically, if if you want like a better sword, you know, you could either get like a +1, +2, or +3. It'd have to be out of like a better metal. So anyway, so what kind of sword do you want? You want a long sword? Okay. What do you want it made out of?
Which one is more, durable?
I mean, steel's
Mithril.
always a good one. Steel's always good. Okay, how much you got to spend? We could custom make a lot of stuff for you, pal. Just tell me what your budget is, and we'll work around it. Okay? What?
I don't know, John. Did we make any money from killing the monsters?
No,
Oh.
No.
Okay,
You
then
survived.
9 gold. 9 gold.
you say 9 gold. He looks at you and goes,
We got a butter knife for you.
you know, if you want, I could direct you to a better place for someone on your budget. And he points to, and he
Poor,
points to a what's it called? It's basically like a I don't exactly know what the term is for it, because it's not really a general store. It's more like a specific like weapon emporium. he then tells you that that the place you're at right now is for custom made weapons. So if you wanted something like if you wanted something special made, you could bring it to them. They only do custom work. This is not like the place where you go to buy like a basic longsword. No, you come here for like a special build. And if you want like just a plain mundane longsword, you go over there.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. He walks over, he pulls his work that he's working on right now, and he sticks it back in the fire and starts stoking it up.
Yeah, I leave now.
Yeah, I would too. Logan, we'll jump over to you right now.
Hi, yes.
All right,
Next
so
victim of being poor. How's it
so
going?
you walk into the bar, and at this point in the day, you arrived there maybe just after midday, so it's probably somewhere around maybe like 2:00, and it's a bar at midday. There's a couple people in there. One dude's passed out at a table. Might be dead, might be alive, you don't know. Nobody really seems to care that much. And then you have two bartenders behind the counter. So basically you walk in, to your left and right is the entire room. It's a what's it called? It's a square shape. All the tables and chairs are set up right inside the front door. So you have like maybe like a couple, like half dozen chairs and tables on your right, half dozen on your left, maybe like one or two down the middle, and then there's the bar directly back, and it's like a full wraparound counter, so it's like a U shape. Behind that's the alcohol stocked on the shelves, and then you have like a line of bar stools in front of that. In the back right corner of the store, there is a door with a little sign that says "Employees Only," spelled out in like Common, Orcish, Elvish, and something else, but you can't really read it. It looks like it's been scribbled out, or maybe someone wrote as a joke, like something random and stupid. And then in the back left is the bathrooms. It's a one-floor building.
So there's a passed out guy at the bar.
He's the guy that's passed out is kind of like on the right side as you walk in. He's like maybe like 3 or 4 tables in, just kind of like passed out at the table with at least 2 or 3 liquor bottles like right next to him.
I'm gonna pickpocket him for money.
Okay.
I thought you were a good guy.
So you walk over to the passed out gentleman.
Plot, okay. Just leave me alone.
Okay. Go on ahead and make make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage. And the only reason why is because you're doing this in midday. Well, there's a few other, like, you literally are a 8-foot tall dude who just walked into a bar and then just for no reason just walked over to
11?
a passed out bartender. 11. Okay.
11.
You walk over and you just kind of like take your huge hand. You kind of like stand with him, kind of like stand next to him. So like his pocket is technically
really
behind
mad.
you. Why?
Because if you had said disadvantage, it was a nat 20. And I'm
Ooh.
really depressed now.
You kind of like reach behind you and you like reach into his pocket. You grab something and you pull it out and you kind of stuff it in your own pocket. And you just kind of like awkwardly like shuffle towards back to the center of the room as a couple people kind of like
I
look.
walked straight to the bar after that.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna walk straight
Sit
to the
down.
bar. A couple people like look at you and they kind of give you like a weird, dirty look of like, ugh, bugbears, and then they kind of go back to their drinks or their meals. Meanwhile, the bartender, he sees you sit down, he kind of looks at you and goes, "How's it going? What'll it be?"
Danny, let me just get a drink. Just beer is fine. Ale is fine. I'm gonna
Alright.
like, kind of like under the bar, like pull the thing out of my pocket to see what the fuck it was.
Okay.
I just pulled out this man's pocket.
You reach in your pocket and you pull out this item, and as you unfurl your hands, you see you got a couple things.
Please don't be a turd.
it's not a turn. You have some lint,
Nice.
2 copper pieces, and then a weird stone. It's just a stone.
Stones. This goes so much
Right.
candy.
2 copper pieces, yeah, and a weird rock that I'm
Yeah.
never gonna be able to identify.
It's yeah, it's like a weird rock, some lint, and then 2 copper. That's what you got off
Alright,
the guy.
great. Unidentified item 1.
Okay.
Rename. Weird rock. Great. It's probably crack, but it's fine. Alright. Y'all know where a bugbear can make some money in this town.
He just kind of like looks at you, and he's like, "Well, I mean, there's plenty of places to work, I suppose, if you're willing. Let's see, someone of your type.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hidden thief.
there's the waste disposal service we got in town around here. Let's see.
Hey,
Let's
hold on.
see. Yeah.
Before I continue, what race is this man?
This dude's just straight human.
Okay, alright, this is fine then. Continue.
I'm a human.
Let's see. I mean, we always hire part-time help around here. Just clean the place up, and I mean, there's always what's it called? There's always hey, what's it called? Hey, Jeremiah, what's that one place called we always send the new people into? What was it called? Oh yeah, the pit. Ah, yeah, the pit. The pit's always a fun place. Yeah.
The pit.
Yeah, the pit.
But okay, that sounds fun.
Sure it does. Okay. He goes
Do
back
they
to his
pay
cleaning.
you
Well, yeah.
decently, or am I gonna get a copper piece thrown at me for killing 6 men?
Well, you know, it depends. It depends, honestly. It fluctuates. Most I've ever seen a guy win in the pit was 1,200 gold pieces, I believe. What was it? 1,200? 13? Okay, 1,300. Sorry, my memory's going. I'm a bit old. He just goes,
How much is the drink? Because I didn't pay for it.
is it just like an ale, like a glass of ale, like a bottle of ale?
Like literally a.
It's a copper piece.
Okay, great. I take one of the 2 copper pieces I stole off the
He
the
realizes
homeless
you're a
guy.
thief and stabs
Okay.
you.
He sees you put the copper piece down on the table. He kind of like looks up at you, glances over at the drunk guy that's like passed out, looks back at you, puts his hand over the copper piece, and just kind of like swipes it onto the table and puts it in a lockbox. Like, all right.
I like get up, start walking out, drinks on him, and then I walk out. Oh wait! I like pop back at the door. Where is the pit?
It's back. It's back around the. What's it called? Jeremiah, where's that place again? Right, yeah. What you want to do is take a left out of here, go back there. You'll see this like really shady looking building. Looks like it's about to collapse. Okay, walk through the front door. Tell him you're there to have some fun, and then you'll be led to it. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, the outfit, this is what you think it is.
Not
Logan,
gonna walk-
as you're walking away, Logan, suddenly you hear from inside the bar, you hear like bottles hit the floor and smashing, and you hear a man's voice go, "Where's my rune? Where's my rune? My rune! Which one are you taking?"
I get to stepping. I get to stepping.
all of a sudden, you hear some dude go, "It was you, wasn't it?" A brief pause, and then suddenly a glass, you hear like a bottle smash, and then a bunch of people start screaming and yelling, and then you hear the, bartender start screaming for the guards.
Time to dip. It's time to dip.
So, you're dipping towards the pit. Ryan.
I'm dipping towards the general store, actually, first. I don't want to go there before
Okay.
I meet up with them again.
Okay, so you go to the general store. Joe's gonna go to the weapon emporium, and Ryan's gonna go to the what's it called, alchemist. Yeah, Ryan. Let's go back to you. You head down the main street, take the left, and then as you look down the street on your left, you see this wooden sign with like a potion carved into it. That's just kind of like sitting on the side of like a random building.
Yeah, good enough. I'm heading in.
Okay. As you head in, and as you open the door, suddenly you see this, like, gas, like, pour out of, like, the door frame. It smells like a weird combination of citrus, ginger, black powder, and urine. You then enter the building, like, proper, and in this, like, you're standing in the foyer of this place. There is a counter, and there's the actual like floor for which like the quote unquote purchases are made is maybe no more than like 20 by 10, and around the edge of the room are shelves with different kinds of like brews and potions and other weird things you have no idea what the heck they are. And behind the counter, you see a gentleman there. He is actually a, what's it called? He's a, oh, what are they called? Hang on. I'm trying to remember what the heck they're called. It would be a, no.
Alchemist?
No, it's a goblin. Is a yeah, it's a goblin, and he's standing behind there. It's a goblin with long black hair, maybe slightly below his shoulders. His hair is like really thin, like super like pencil thin, and kind of curly from what you guess is probably sweat.
The other language I didn't actually understand if he starts talking behind my back.
The what's it called? The temperature in there is very hot, and he's just kind of like rummaging around in things, pouring things into beakers, and just kind of like manically laughing to himself. Like every now and again, you just hear, and then he'll like knock over a beaker, and you'll hear him like scream out a cuss word in Goblin, and then go and like start like picking up the pieces and throwing it away.
I like this guy.
After a minute, he kind of like he like cracks his head around, stares at you, and goes, "Who are you? What do you want?"
I'm here to, what's this, something? You have any, what's it called, snake tongue?
He stops for a second, kind of looks around. "Yeah, here are the debt collectors."
That who?
"Oh, good, okay, good. Yeah, okay, come closer, my friend, come closer, okay. So you want some snake tongue, huh?"
Yeah.
Ah, good, yeah. He reaches down, and he pulls out literally a jar of snake tongues, and puts it down and goes, "How many you want? 10, 20, 30, 100? I can do
I
deals."
just need one. I only require one.
You see his face go from, like, manically happy to kind of, like, sullen and depressed, like, "Just one?"
Oh, yeah, I only require one.
"Fine, I guess a copper piece, sure."
Copper piece? Thank you.
He made this man so fucking depressed, right?
So he just pulls out, like, you see him, like, reach into this jar, and he just, like, pinches one, pulls it out, and then just puts it on the table. So sad. So sad. Then he caps the jar, puts it under, takes your copper piece. "Is there anything else I can get for you, though? Please? Oh, I got this great thing." He runs into the back. He comes back out, and he has this, like, it looks like a liter whiskey bottle, and he places it down, and as he places it down, suddenly the liquid inside begins to glow yellow, then fades, then glows blue, then fades, then glows red, then fades, and it begins to, like, pulse the full spectrum of a rainbow. He's like, "This is a new brew I've been coming up with. Oh, it's great. Okay." You see, what it does is when you drink this sucker, alright, when you drink this sucker, it's great, okay? Like, you drink this, and then all your dreams for the next, like, day will come true. Like, if you dream it at night, it'll come true the next day. It's great. That or your testicles fall off, I can't remember. It's one of the two, and
I'm willing to risk this.
How much?
Well, you see, here's the thing. I'm looking for someone to test this out, okay? I'll pay you 10 gold pieces to chug this thing right now.
Oh, no. I'll buy it from you, but I'm not drinking it.
Do it.
I'll find somebody dumb enough to drink it for you, though.
Yeah, like Joe.
Yes, like Joe.
Okay. Listen, if you can bring him here so I can see what happens, I'll pay the 10 gold pieces. Deal?
There goes my phone.
Yeah, I'll see if I can convince him.
Ah, good. He takes it, puts it in there. Okay, I will eagerly await your return. And he runs back, and he starts like just messing around with a bunch of other random crap. You have no idea what the stuff is. Or how legal it is.
How is going?
Joe, you make your way down towards the general store, and honestly, out of all the stores in this place, other than like the blacksmith, maybe a couple other places, this is pretty upscale for this area of town. You're kind of surprised on how good it looks. You open the door, and it's again, it looks like the same layout as like a normal general store would be, with nice shelves and stuff on the walls, except the entire place is armor, shields. You see some jewelry. You can imagine those have like maybe like super minor enchantments on them, and then a bunch of like weapons, like a bunch of mundane weapons. So you have like battle axes. You see a couple crossbows. You see long swords, rapiers, daggers, that whole thing.
Yeah, I have a crossbow.
Okay, good. They sell them here. Congratulations. Anyways, and then behind the counter is a fairly old woman, maybe like 60 years old, elvish, and she's just kind of tending to the store.
Change my mind about going to the store, though.
It helps to know what you want before you go to the store.
Yeah, I know.
So you just leave?
Well, no. I'm gonna ask her if there are any thieves' guilds around.
She looks at you with this very puzzled look. Like, it's like you just asked her to, like, take her daughter out to, like, the prom, but you showed up in, like, a banged up old jalopy with, like, one wheel missing, and you're like, yeah, can I take your daughter to the prom, ma'am? And, like, maybe you're, like, missing a couple teeth. Like, that's the reaction she's giving you right now. And she looks at you, and she goes, dear, I have no idea. Do I look like a thief to you?
Bye.
Blowing from Stupid Town.
And then you just see her as you look back as you're running out of the store. She just has this like very concerned look, like a very concerned motherly look. Like maybe I should have hugged him. He looked like he needed a hug as you like book out the door. So yeah, while Joe's running for his life, Logan, buddy. So where are you? You're heading out to the general store.
I'm a simple man. I know how to operate in stores.
Okay, as you're walking towards the general store, you suddenly see Joe bust through the front door and just book it down the street.
Joe?
What?
Joe, where are you going? Joe, where are you go? We don't even have a camp. Where are you returning to, you idiot?
Bye.
Joe.
Bye. I'm gonna use a perception next
Joe, I'm
turn.
buying your bed, you fucking idiot. Get back here.
Wait, what?
Stand here,
We
stop
don't
being
actually have
stupid.
a place to meet up, do we? That's unfortunate.
Do I have a hood? Actually,
Do you know where Ryan went?
Just
No.
don't let that central town back away
last
we
time
went.
I knew he was going to look for an alchemist.
Oh god. Well, he probably didn't make it far. Okay, hold
I'm
on.
going to start heading, Pat.
Let me
John.
go in with you. I figured out what I wanted.
John?
Yeah, fuck no, stand out here.
You're here?
I'm
And
going
right
Yeah.
when Godwyn went last, like, do I know where they were playing in Antoine?
Yeah.
I do. I'm going to head towards the bar Loudon was at and just have one.
Okay.
Head back that way.
Hey, did you see a big stupid fucking bugbear come through here earlier?
That's the general plan.
All right, so Ryan, you head towards the tavern. Logan and Joe, you're now standing in front of the general store.
Great, you come in separately. I'm not with you. Okay, you wait out here for 5 minutes. I'm gonna go in there and buy shit. Then I go in.
2, 3,
Okay.
4.
So you walk in, and as I said to Joe, it's just a normal store, and there's the old woman behind the counter, just kind of going back to her wares.
Hello, miss. Do you sell beds here? Like,
Oh wait, no, sorry, no, you went to the general store. Sorry, Joe wasn't at the general store. He was at a different place. No, never mind. So pretend like Joe. So Joe just
time travel.
Yeah, sorry. Let me retcon that. Joe booked it. He's gone, so he's just running off. You enter the general store. The general store is what's it called? 2-story. You walk into the bottom story, and this whole area is basically like general adventurer's gear. The second floor is more of like you'd go to buy for like if you had a house, you'd go here to buy like furniture or decorations for your house or different things of that nature. So like construction tools, things of that. You walk in and there is a gentleman, human behind the counter who's currently just sitting around. He's not really doing anything.
Hello, sir. Do you guys sell bedrolls here? Probably.
Well,
But I
yeah.
don't know where they are.
Yeah, absolutely. It's over there on that back shelf, and he points to a selection of a couple bedrolls. Got like the really cheap, like stuffed with some feathers. Good enough, and maybe like a rough blanket. And then you have one that's like 600 thread count, like Egyptian silk, like really nice looking bedroll too.
Yeah, no, not for Joe. Fuck that. I kind of like lean over the counter a little closer to him.
Uh-huh.
And I pulled that rune thing out of my pocket. I'm like, do you have any fucking clue? Who could tell me what this is?
He takes the rock, he looks at it, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, "No, sir, don't take this the wrong way. Like, please don't take this the wrong way. But
Okay.
this is a rock with some paint on it."
Oh. Hold on, sir. I'll be right back. I take it.
Uh-huh.
I walk out the front door.
Uh-huh.
I just kind of look in a direction, like
Yep.
up, and I just.
Okay.
And then I walk back in. I grab one of the cheap bed rolls, just place it on the counter. How much is that, sir?
That'll be 5 copper, sir.
Okay, here you go, mate.
Thank you.
Hold on. Oh God, I gotta. So just wait a minute. Okay, so 5. Wait a minute.
5 copper.
God. No, I know. I gotta change my currency here.
Mm.
Okay, let's just minus 1 gold. And that's
1 gold is how many silver?
10.
how much is a fucking electrum
And
worth?
then 10 or 1
No, it's-
silver.
no, sorry.
Gold,
It's
or 10.
10 gold,
copper.
10 gold to a platinum, 10 electrum to a gold, 10 silver to an electrum, and 10 copper to a silver.
So it's 20 silver for a gold then?
Mm.
Okay, so 20. And
Mm. Mm.
Then let's make this 19. That. And then. Fuck my life, I was never good at math.
Hey,
And then.
Cinarus?
Okay, there we go.
Hey, man,
I
how's it
paid
going?
for it. Jesus. Alright, I have Joe's bedroll. Great.
all right, good. Hang on.
Oh yeah, delete the weird rock from my inventory.
So let's see. So you got that. You got there. Joe, let's go back to you. Which way did you run? Did you run towards the center of town or away when you booked it from the general store?
Probably away, but I'm thinking about going back in there.
What's better, storytelling or rolling dice and sheets? Oh, storytelling by far. Storytelling makes the whole thing way better. Absolutely. So Joe, what'd you say? Sorry.
So I'm probably thinking about going back in the store, though.
Okay. You want to go back in the store? Okay. So, the old woman's sitting there behind the counter, and she looks up, and then you just kind of walk back into the store, and she gives you this, and suddenly her concerned look comes back and goes, Are you okay, dear?
What did he ask to in the first place? I didn't hear. I wasn't paying attention.
If there was a thieves guild around.
Yeah,
Are
he
you
asked.
fucking
He said,
kidding me?
"Hey, is there a thieves guild anywhere?"
You asked the old lady running
Yes.
the nice little store if
Yes.
there's a thieves guild.
Old ladies know more about thieves than me.
Anyways, so Joe, you walked back into the store with the old lady that you probably traumatized.
No money.
Anyways, so Joe, what are you gonna ask the poor woman?
If there's any dark hoods in your store. Oh, God.
I don't know you anymore.
Wait, you're asking her if there's a dark hoods in her store. At this point, she comes out from behind the counter, walks over, and just gives you a gentle hug and goes, It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Here, I'll get you some help. And she literally walks out the front door and disappears for a second.
I'm gonna take this time to look around for supplies.
You see weapons, Joe, like I told you. There's just a bunch of weapons, you know, all a bunch of mundane weapons. And then there's this little case, this little display case of some rings. That definitely have some kind of maybe some minor magical stuff about them.
Wait, John?
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check and see if there's any other exits?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a perception check, that's fine. I'm down for this.
Do I have to... I have to add something for perception. Oh, 10.
No, there's no other exits. There's the one door in the front.
Well, look around for anything that I can use to conceal things.
To conceal
Sorry, I
things.
was watching a SpongeBob roast compilation. Is this man still
Yes, he's still... He's now currently sitting at the
trying
store
to get
empty.
the old lady to help him steal shit?
No, it's okay, Logan. Okay, so you're looking around for what, Joe?
Never mind. I'm just gonna use my
You know, we all have backpacks, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
need
have
something to
you have a
put-
rucksack.
I'm gonna use my beast. Wait, what kind of lock is it?
On the case?
Yeah.
Are you?
There is no lock. She just walked out of the store. Like, she hasn't locked anything. She just walked out of the store. Like, everything was open for business. And she just left. She didn't lock anything up.
Wait, why did she leave?
She just said, "Hang on, I'll get some help. I'll get you some help." And then she walked out of the store. And now Joe's standing there with
I'll
just like a.
stand there and look at the rings.
Okay. You look over the rings. You see a couple of them have some nice jewels. One definitely has a little sparkle about it. One actually gives off a physical glow to it, so it's like a ring that provides light. And then you get halfway through the display case when suddenly the door gently opens and the woman walks in, and following her are two guards that are clad in very, very shiny white armor with golden inlays. Actually, and you don't recognize the guards because all the guards up until this point have had just been like basic plate mail. These guys actually have like really ornate looking armor. Like it has like engravings all over it, and they carry very nice looking long swords, like golden handles. The guard itself has jewels inlaid in it, and they walk in, and the woman goes, "That's the poor boy that needs some help. I think you two should take care of him." And they go, "Absolutely, miss. Don't you worry." And they walk over to you, Joe, and they're like, "Now, son, please come with us." What are you doing, Joe?
You see, let's see, in the past 2 nights I've been, covered in a giant, goopy black thing, paralyzed. So, I'm gonna take my leave now. Goodbye, and start booking him.
Yeah, the moment you try to move, both guards grab you, and they go, "Now, son..." What?
I'm screwed.
"Now, son, don't worry, you're gonna be okay." And they start to like they're not being rough with you. Like they're genuinely trying to be like respectful and gentle as they like pull you out of. They kind of like walk you out of the store, and they start to walk you down the street towards the center of town. Meanwhile, Ryan, let's see. Logan went to the general store. You got your stuff. Logan, was there anything you were gonna do more at the general store before you left?
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
So you're going to be leaving that store. Ryan, you hit the bar, and as you, as you are about to enter the bar, suddenly you see a chair come flying clean through one of the windows, and once the window smashes and just sprays glass all over the ground, you suddenly hear a bunch of screaming inside. You walk into the front door, and you see,
No,
like...
no, when I see the window smashing, I throw the wall, but I throw a different way. No,
Oh,
not my
okay.
problem.
That works then. Okay, so yeah, right, you dip. Which way are you heading, Ryan?
I'm gonna head, what was Joe going originally?
He went to the blacksmith.
I know where he'd be going as well, right?
Yeah, he went to the blacksmith, and Logan went to the tavern.
I'm headed to the blacksmith.
Okay. So you're gonna head towards the blacksmith. Logan, we'll jump back to you for a little bit. So you have left the tavern, you've left the general store, and now you're standing in the road.
I'm gonna go to the pits.
Okay, you're gonna go to the pit? Alright. So you follow the Tavern Keep's instructions, you find, like, the building that looks like it's about to, like, collapse under its own weight. You bang on the door, the dude opens up a slit, and goes, "What do you want?"
Looking to have a good time.
"Hell yeah, brother!" And he slams it shut, opens the door, and as the door opens, you see that this dude is a jacked orc. Like, he is so jacked.
Logan, it's not what you think it is.
You walk into
Squinting suspicion.
you walk into the front
Don't
door,
understand, Logan.
and he goes, "Oh, just head back out, head out through the rear entrance. The pit's out back." And you go out through the back door, and as you open the door to the back, you see a literal pit. Like, it is a pit. It's a 30 by 30 pit, just dug in the ground, surrounded by what appear to be some sort of like tiki torches looking thing. You see around the center, around the pit, are are a bunch of like bleachers and stands, like 3 or 4 layers up. And as you walk back there, you notice that right now there's not really many people back there. Like it's like it's in like the maintenance section of it right now. You see a couple people going and moving some stuff around. You see a couple guys carrying like some weapons. You see one guy actually in the pit currently. Looks like he's doing either some maintenance on it or actually just cleaning it up, getting it prepared. and there's one dude in particular who has he has very like official looking robes on. It's an elven gentleman, and he looks over at you and goes, hello. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking to make some money, and they pointed me in this direction.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'd like to enter.
Oh, you want to enter? Oh, okay. You do know what you're getting into, right?
Not really, no. But I mean,
Oh, okay.
figured I probably won't die from it.
Well, see, allow me to just kind of give you an overview of the pit. So, how this works is this pit you see here. We have two main events that happen throughout the night. There are the secondary events, which are simply just battles to wound, shall we say. Sometimes weapons are involved, sometimes it's bare-knuckle brawling, as some people like to just, get out their aggression, what have you. But every night we always have one main event, and that's the battle to the death. Of course, we have our own line of champions of the pit, and each one of them also has I guess you call it a bounty on their head. These are not individuals you want to mess with, I'm sure. Of course, anybody can volunteer to just go in and stand for a fight. Minimum payout for the non-lethal battles, anywhere from 5 to 20 gold pieces per fight. The death battle, though, depending on who you fight, minimum payout is 250 gold. Max payout is 3,000.
Well, I'll sign up for the non-lethal first. Get used to this shit.
Yes, of course. Well, come back tonight then, and we'll have you set up in the roster.
Alrighty. Go and leave. Also, my headphones are dying.
What was that, honey?
So at the end of this day, we should continue a different day. But anyway.
Okay. So you're just gonna leave then, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ryan, as you're heading towards the blacksmith, suddenly you see out of the corner of your eye on your left, Joe, being led along by 2 guards, dressed in very ornate, very expensive-looking armor, and they're heading towards one of the bridges.
I'm gonna go talk with them. Bloody hell.
Alright, so you walk up, and the guards are like, excuse us, sir, we're taking this man to go get some help.
Excuse me, I know him. He's, what's going on?
Well, it seems your friend here, I assume, attempted to ask one of our fair citizens about a thieves guild, and then proceeded to attempt to claim some, how you say, seedy devices. We're currently taking him to get some mental help.
Oh, Ryan, he's
Ryan.
just gonna leave me alone.
Ryan. Ryan, please.
Is he in trouble? Is he gonna be, what's it called, imprisoned?
Oh, goodness, no. Oh, goodness, he hasn't committed any crimes. He just needs some help. Clearly his mental state's not normal.
Will he be able to leave with us when we leave?
He'll be able to leave when he's better. This could take time.
Hey guys, I'm all better now, apparently.
I'm sure you are, son. Sure you are. All right, excuse us, sir.
Wait,
but
I'm fun to show.
And they just lead him off. You get to the bridge, and they lead Joe over the bridge. So we'll come back to Joe in a minute. So Ryan, what are you doing now?
I'm gonna start heading back to the goblin.
Heading back to the goblin. Okay.
No, Joe, no, I do not. I do not help you. I think they might be able to help your mental state, though. I hope they do.
Yeah, maybe you won't next ask a old lady where the Thieves Guild is, huh?
Yep, I'm headed back to the goblin, though. I have some bad news to tell him.
Okay, so you head back to the goblin and inform him that you no longer have a willing sucker to drink the potion.
I inform him that the willing potion has been listed for mental illness.
The goblin looks at you and goes, "Oh, poor soul. Oh well."
Yep. He'll be sorry.
Oh well, I guess I'll go back to my experiments. And he just kind of turns around and goes back to his work.
Worst, Ryan,
So Ryan, what are you gonna be doing the rest of the day? Do you have anything planned necessarily?
Nope. I guess I'm going to just go back to the main gate, as I have no clue where else they would be. So I'm just
Okay.
going to go see if Loden might be along tail.
Okay, so Ryan, you head back to the main gate. Joe, as you cross the bridge, you are brought into the upper crust part of the city, where the guards lead you eventually to this nice white brick building. You enter in through a couple double doors, and the moment you enter here, you realize it is a medical care facility of some kind. You see a variety of doctors around using either magic or mundane means to cure the sick. And they bring you in, and they basically bring you into this one little. I guess I have to call it a holding cell because it kind of is. It's like a medical holding cell.
You
Um,
guys know this is only emotional trauma, right? It's not mentally ill trauma.
And the door shuts. And so now you're alone in a nice little room, awaiting to be seen by the doctors.
This is gonna make it mentally ill trauma if I'm stuck in here alone.
Glad you
Um,
leave, Joe. You
uh,
really did.
After a while,
Can I at least get some bucks in here? No.
Joe,
Alone.
after a few minutes, Joe, of sitting in this room, suddenly the door opens. And in walks 3 individuals.
Uh-oh.
2 are guards. Not the same guards that walked you in there. These guards are slightly different. Their armor is a dark black, with like a red trim around the breastplate, arms, and legs, and both are carrying very magical swords. Like you could definitely like feel and see the enchantment on these blades. The gentleman they're escorting is a what?
It's fine.
Oh, that's okay.
So my Discord froze, so I didn't hear about the last minute.
Oh.
What did you
I thought
miss,
said
Joe?
the board froze.
The last 15 seconds, actually.
What was the last thing you heard?
You said the guards were wearing black with something of red.
Yeah,
That's
red
what I got.
red trimming, and their swords are very magical. Like they are like visibly magical.
Right, so you're gonna kill me.
The gentleman they are
Well, it looks
escorting is what's it called? He's dressed in a suit, a jet black suit with a red tie and a white undershirt.
You'll be fine, Joe.
He's wearing spectacles
Just
and
don't
has
keep walking.
combed over black hair. He then sits down at the table. And he motions for you to come and sit next to him. There's like a table in the room, a bed, and then like a sink and a toilet as well. So he motions for you to come sit at the table with him.
Fine, I go sit on the table, but I think in my head, what an entitled douchebag.
So as you sit down, you notice that the man is carrying a folder of some kind. He then looks at you and eyes you up, looks you over.
Hey, what's that folder for?
Do you know who I am?
No clue, and I don't want to.
Good, better of it. And he opens the folder and he starts looking. Yes. Let's see, we have... here it is. So, I can see by what little record we have of you that you seem to be new to town. Just walked in?
Lying by that.
What did you just say, Joe?
I have no idea.
What are you implying by that?
I'm just simply asking if you've just entered the town today.
You just blowing from Stupid Town?
No, Logan, shut up. You see, Mr.
Yes, I just walked in.
Good. What's your name, son?
How do you pronounce it, John?
Yosef.
Yosef.
Goes cross-eyed.
You could have said Joe. That's okay. He looks at you. Mr. Yosef. I have a proposition for you. How would you like to do your civic duty to the free world and make some coin along with it?
Listening.
You see, you came into this town out of the blue. The first thing you ask for is, where is the Thieves Guild? Now that right there is one of two things.
First I went to the blacksmith, but yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
You see, that means one of two things. Either means you are stupid, or you're an idiot. And honestly, I like both those things. You see, we have a problem in this town. You want to know what the Thieves Guild is? It's everywhere. all of that southern tier. They're everywhere.
Mhm.
Every town and every little hut and every little store, they're everywhere.
Sitting there
And we've been
taking
trying to nail them for so long. We're trying to rid this town of the crime. He said, I represent the government of this town.
Right.
I'm the advisor to the local governor here. And you have provided us with a very lovely opportunity. Someone who
Infiltrate the
has
thieves undercover what they're doing and bust them.
something along those lines. All we need you to do is find them. Find where their hideout is, and tell us. We'll handle the rest. We don't even need
Okay.
you to join them, we just need you to find them. And if you can find them and report back to us alive, we'll give you 100 gold. Deal?
Sure. Yes.
Good. Then, by all rights, I think you're mentally fit. Let the doctors know they can release him, and he gets up and he walks out of the room and he goes, I hope I'll be hearing from you shortly. Oh, and here. And he pulls out this, it appears to be some sort of, like, card. But when you take a hold of it, it's a piece of paper with a little seal on the center of it. He says, what's it called? This,
Discord froze again.
for the love of all that is holy, Joe. He pulls out a piece of parchment and hands it to you. The piece of parchment has a seal on it, and he tells you that if you ever need to cross the bridge from the southern tier to the northern tier, show the guards this seal, and they'll let you through.
What about the rest of my party? Because there's 2 others with me.
There's 2 others with you? Immediately he perks up. Where are they?
Why would you like to know?
In a distant area of the city, you just see a bugbear just suddenly sneeze. Like someone's talking about me.
That one.
Where are your friends?
Tell me why you want to know.
Right. Okay. You're gonna be difficult. I thought you were gonna be an easy one. All right. Grab him. We're gonna need this one. The 2 guards walk over. They grab you, and this time they're dragging you away, Joe.
Oh, you know how to shut the fuck up.
Joe, as they grab you, suddenly one of them, he raises his left hand. You see a, what's it called? You see a glowing ring on his hand. And he just straight up hits you, and it immediately knocks you out.
Well,
So Joe went to
Then
CPC.
anything beyond
And
full-
that's where we'll continue next time as I fuck off before my headphones die. How about
That-
that?
That's fair. All right, we can stop here and come back at another time.
Good Lord, Joe, why did you just stop talking? They said
I
you
have fun. Why do you want to know?
What do you want to do?
You just blow it from
I know I'm your personal fun. Why should I tell you anything?
It's okay, Joe's a new player. He's got to learn these lessons.
Oh, dude, there's so many SpongeBob memes that apply to this.
there's just so many times that
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
what's the name?
Did you flow in, stupid Joe?
It's I don't know. It's just the first thing that like hits me in the skull.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you say things to the people, like when you ask a random old lady where the thieves guild is, or when you tried to fish without bait.
Sorry, that was a B.